What's
Yo,
up, Dawn? How
nothing
you
much,
doing?
nothing much, nothing much. Let's see. Society shames mothers to be perfect, so fathers can get away with doing nothing. I don't think so. I think the fact that we have like the idea of child support and people enforcing men to financially take care of their kids shows that society shames like deadbeat dads.
I don't know. The fact that you went to child support is saying more than you might think it is because, like, we talking about parents taking care of kids, and you thinking about child support. So I see
Well, I
you
mean,
on
you
the side
can't
of
force a
deadbeat
father to
daddy.
be
It's
there.
fine. Hold on, it's fine. Like, I like y'all perspective too. Um, I want to know how y'all ended up over there. But that's an interesting thing that you just talking about child support, right? Because that's the expectation on the man's part that it's just child support. There's nothing else policing your behavior or what you should be do to take care of children.
Yeah, you can't. But you can't force. You can't force a person to be a parent though. Like you can't legislate that. You can't criminalize that. It's like no way you can force. You cannot force a person to be a parent. And if you did, then you're opening up a realm of abuse to force a person to take care. I mean, to be in somebody's life that they don't want to be in.
I'm confused. I'm confused. All right, what do you think involves taking care of a child? What do you think they need, like on a day
I
to day
think I
basis?
think they need also, I think they need the emotional development as far as
Mm-mm.
as far
So
oh, go ahead.
men are not expected to provide that. Keep going.
You're right, but there's no way you can force that though. The only thing you can force is a man.
Yeah, you right. And that's the crazy part, Dark Horse, that women get locked up for neglect and these motherfuckers abandon kids and be walking around like shit ain't never happened. So it's interesting that would be the perspective because like as a man that's what he think. Well, if I don't want to take care of a child, can't nobody force me to do nothing unless it's child support and they don't want to pay and they work under the table some stupid shit like
Yeah, I
that.
mean they got
But
loopholes they could do to
hold up,
avoid it.
sir. Hold up, sir. Hold up, sir. Listen, you not really saying shit except for like, yeah, men not expected to do nothing, and that was my point. Like you making a point.
You saying no? I'm saying that there's system in
No,
place.
no, 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 no. This is what I'm saying. When you said not, we're not forced. Y'all not forced to do anything.
You're not
Men are
forced to
not
do
forced to
anything
take care of
either.
kids. Hold on, you think women can just like abandon their kids like that?
Absolutely, give your kid up. Say you don't want them. Put
As
your kid
simple
in the
as that,
system.
huh?
Put
Hey,
your kid in the
Jesse.
system. Matter of fact, put your kid in the system. Matter of fact, I didn't seen a woman do this. Say that I am physically finna harm my child. I'm finna go crazy and stab my kid and see what happens. And they will take your kid away from you and put them in the system.
Problem solved, huh?
Problem solved. And you do
I
not
told
have to
y'all these
deal with.
niggas don't. Oh, that's fine. I told y'all these niggas don't care about these kids though. I just think it's interesting. The thing is though, the policing, yeah, there are things that can be done to you, like criminal acts when women get charged with neglect. But it's also the social status, right? To be a woman and not take care of your kids is,
There's a
you're
social stigma around men
not. As
not
a matter of
taking.
fact, not even. Hold up. Because I want to say when we talk about the man, it's not taking your kid. What is a woman making a mistake? That's all you need. You just make a mistake and it's a problem.
No, but there is a social stigma around men who don't take care of their kids. Deadbeat baby daddies, no good fathers. You get what I'm saying? There is a social stigma around men not taking care of their kids. Same way as like a social stigma around women who don't take care of their kids. Parents who don't take care of their kids, there's a bad social stigma.
Yeah, but you missing the how minimum y'all be doing, right? You could take the kids out for ice cream, and it's like, oh my god, that's a good day. The standards are different, so it's
I beg to
different.
differ. On Mother's Day, shoot, all the restaurants be packed. On Father's Day,
Yeah, because they working hard. They deserve that.
and
And they
I'm
only get
agreeing
Mother's
with
Day, which
you.
is
I'm
crazy. I
agreeing
think
with
I
you.
think they should have Mother's Day and Father's Day because that nigga's failing.
I mean, that's like from your perspective, and that might be your own experience, but there's a lot of good fathers out here.
Yeah, says the man who said put the kids in the system. But let the guy above you
You
go.
said that
You
women
got all
cannot get rid of their
emojis.
kids, and that's why I responded to.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know what your emojis mean.
Yeah, it's love is all.
Okay, what's going on?
Not much.
You want to respond to the prompt?
Yeah, I'll respond. Um, I think society doesn't shame mothers. I think more so in relationships, they might be shamed by their partner based on not being able to get access or see the child, or just certain things that is being put in the child's life that the other parent doesn't like. But society actually builds mothers to be self-sustainable.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Douglas, you can respond to what he said though, because I know you came up here for a reason.
No, I was actually gonna do the real panel thing today. I ain't running today. We staying on this one. Be on motherfuckers next. But yeah, I wanted to mention that I'm skipping the last person who just went. I don't even know what that means. On the self-sustainable, nobody coming into our house to help with shit. But I wanted to say that the stigma, it is different because no one can actually show a material change and what happens to men who don't take care of their children, like on a majority level. I mean, 51% and up of men who don't take care of their children are going to experience this socially. It doesn't fucking exist. So I wanted to say that. It's a matter.
Wait,
It's a matter of fact.
hold on. Say that one more time. So you're saying that
Yeah, I want to hear what
Let
your.
her finish.
But no, I can throw it to him. Tell me what material change happens to men socially in the majority if they don't take care of their children, and I'll mute up.
so you want to know if there's evidence, any tangible evidence of any effect on the child without the father being in the home.
I just said to the men socially. What happens to men socially that
That don't
negatively
take care of their
affects them if
kids.
they don't take care of their children? What happens socially among their peers?
What do you mean? So what? Do you want their friends to beat them up because they don't take care of their kids?
Sir, it's a
You
really
missing the point.
Wait, hold up.
it's a
No,
really simple
hold on.
question.
He's answered the question. Let's move on. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Next person can go.
That was a question he asked.
Yeah. Do you want their friends to beat them? Because that doesn't happen, and that doesn't even happen with women. You got bad mamas out here, and their friends
You're
don't beat
proving
them
my
up.
point. You made my point. I said you can
So
move
there's no
on.
social stigma for
Don't
no gender
expand.
then.
Don't expand. According to you, there's nothing that happens to men, and I wanted
And that's
to
for
say
either
that.
men or women, right? Yeah.
The topic was fathers, though. I don't know why
I'm
y'all
gonna
can't
say
just
this
stay on
right.
that.
Can I
But
say
you can't.
something?
But they won't be honest. So woman to woman. If my kids are not with me, ain't no man taking me in, and I don't have custody. I don't take care of my kids. I don't fuck with my kids. I ain't seen them in 8 years, and I'm about to start a new family with him and be smiling up in his mama face, and his whole family be like, "So you about to marry this new woman, start a family with her,
They
and she
say the
lost her
same thing for
kids
men. How you
and
gonna
all
get
that
with a
stuff?"
man that don't take care of his kids? They say
It
the
That's
same
Sir,
thing
can
for
you
exactly.
wait
happens
for
men.
her
all
to
the
finish?
time.
Can you
We're
practice
explaining
self-control
you.
and wait for
We're
her to
explaining
finish?
that to you that socially, since forever, men will leave and start a new family somewhere else and abandon and not take care of the ones they already have. And I'm
And
telling
men
you
get
that
bashed for that.
it doesn't happen for women socially. That's all I'm saying. But you sound like you're in
Maybe
denial.
you
You're
ain't
not
been in
going
them
to admit it, and I'm
conversations. I
gonna
don't
move
know.
on.
Maybe you just ain't been in them, but who knows?
The same thing happens on both sides.
Thank you.
What
Can I
exactly
say something?
happens?
Can I say
He's
Shame.
something?
saying that women leave their kids, and start over a new family somewhere
Hold
else.
on, my
No, you
auntie
said the
nice. Hold on,
shame.
can I
That's
say
what you
something,
just
nice?
said. You
I
said
Men
feel
some
get
like
people are
shamed for not
shamed.
being fathers. I don't know why you why
How
you
do
put
they
this
get
off at
Hold
us.
up,
shamed?
Man.
Give an
pause,
example of how men get shamed
calm down. Hold up,
socially.
simply.
Deadbeat
Hold up,
baby
simply.
daddy.
Hold up,
It's a
That's
sir.
can
it's
I
term.
can
not.
I ask can I add on to
Hold up. I'm
something,
gonna start
please,
dropping
man?
people. Chill. Here's the interesting thing, right? You can go straight to how people talk about their parents to know that they're lying. That's the thing, right? These motherfuckers give their fathers passes for abandoning them and then be blaming the mamas for not doing enough so to accommodate the daddy. That's the crazy part. Like all the things she did don't fucking matter because she didn't make sure daddy was there, even though that nigga wasn't shit and he abandoned them. They know they're lying. That's the crazy
Can
part.
I please
But it's
say
simply
something?
turn to talk. Who came off of mute?
Um,
Bye, sir. You can go. The fuck? Y'all need to listen. Go ahead, simply.
Thank you. Society shames mothers to be perfect. so fathers can get away with doing nothing. It's true. I've been a nanny for 16 years, and it doesn't matter what social class you're in. It's true. Dads don't know their kids' birthdays. Like, they can do the bare minimum and still get Father of the Year award. It is absolutely true. It's really sad, but it is true. I agree with the prompt.
You know,
Thank you, Simply.
you know what I
Go ahead. Hold on, y'all. It's not open panel. Everybody gets to go, and then we open the panel. Go ahead. I am Legend.
I feel like it's both ways. It's like people look at certain people's relationships in society, and it's always like the man just one day gets up and leaves. If that's the case, there's women who just get up and leave and take the kid. There's men who just get up and leave out of the relationship, but nobody is in the relationship. That's what nobody ever. And one thing in our community is we never can just look at in the relationship. We don't know what really goes on. We don't know why that man left. We don't know why that woman left. So it's a shame on both sides. To me, yeah, I mean, it's a little more on the men's side. I agree with that a little bit. A lot of dudes can, just get up and
Just a
leave,
little.
But can I talk, please? I gave everybody respect. Can I have my respect? But it's just like this is the point right here. It's like we never can have conversations without somebody jumping in. It's like that's what's wrong with us, man. Like we gotta be respectful.
All right, go ahead, Janie. You preaching at us. Stop wagging your fucking finger. Go ahead, Janie.
I feel like we need to take the emotion out of this, first of all. I feel like the men are getting a little upset, but it's real. Like, everyone can't be saying the same thing and it not be facts. No one is saying that there are not deadbeat mothers out there, but there are so many fathers out there that just decide like they can't do this and they get to go on about their life, and it just is what it is. It's normalized. And y'all aren't getting in circles and like chastising other men. Like, I just don't see it. I see it every day where they're like, well, what did the mom do? What did she do to make him leave? And when you leave a woman, you should not leave your children behind as well. You don't divorce your kids too. Like, it's a joint effort. Having a child is a joint effort. Like, I don't care what goes on with the parents. The children have nothing to do with it. And the subject really is about mothers having to be perfect so fathers get away with doing nothing. So I feel like we need to take emotion out of this and speak facts.
I think the interesting part is when you say don't leave, but that's the thing that we know. That's the thing when the men leave the relationships, they leave the kids behind, and you have men who will abandon their biological children, and yet that other woman house helping her raise her kids. It's very interesting. But go ahead, your dude.
I'm not. Oh, thank you, man.
Thank you, Drika.
My name Kyle. They call me Kyle, but I'm gonna say this, man. I feel like, cause I got a great mom. You feel me? I'm gonna say this. I feel like women should pick better men. You feel me? I feel like if you pick a right nigga, you know what I'm saying? Most of the problems won't happen. You know what I'm saying? So
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think you say women should pick a better man, not the man need to pick a better woman?
oh shit. I mean, yeah, man, men gotta pick the better women too. But I feel like
No, it's no. You tell that's the point though, right? If it don't work out, then she should have picked better. She should have did a better
yeah, she
job.
should have
That's
picked
the
because
no. I'm saying you should be agreeing with the prompt based on what you're saying. You're not saying, well, they both messed up. They're adults. No, it's like, oh, he ain't doing shit. That woman should have did a better job. Like
but
you
women choose
proving
though.
what I'm
Women give
saying.
access. Women can let a nigga crack. Not man, or that's rape. Or a grape.
No, I get it. No,
I mean,
sorry, you making a point. You making a point.
yeah, but I mean that's all I have to say, man. You feel me, man? For real, man.
Yeah, you got it. You came up here to shame women.
I ain't out here to shame
You
women, bro.
shaming
I
the
love black
mothers.
women, man. My granny black.
No, shame the mothers. We heard
My
you.
granny
Go ahead,
black. Why am
Kimmy.
I
No,
shaming
you
women,
said
guys?
it. We heard. Go ahead. You said Kyle.
Yeah,
We
my
got
name
it,
is Kyle,
Kyle.
auntie.
All right, go ahead, Kimmy.
Hello,
On
everybody.
Crip, on Vice Lord. I'm really late. I'm a Crip, nigga. On Crip, on schoolyard Crip, nigga.
Sorry, you a voice in a server. Shut up. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Okay, so I'm trying my best not to be biased because this topic, let me tell you something. Men Women always take the brunt. The thing about it is, and the sad part about it is that a
Amen.
man could build another relationship. And this is the thing, they can be the costume that they created for that person. They'll tell a person, and instead of some women understanding that, hey, this person don't have 5 kids or 2 kids or 3 kids by this person, she not just screaming, talking out the side of her neck, something is wrong. Why he don't take his kids? I never understood how women could be in a relationship with a man, and let's say, for instance, the man has like 3 kids, or he has kids that's under 12. Let's be clear, he's with you 5-6 days out the week. He don't see his kids. How could you be okay with staying with somebody like that and let him even tell you that he's a father? You see firsthand that this man is not doing what he's supposed to do. And the first excuse that a man will say is, oh, she's crazy, she's this. I was the type of female that's going to say, listen, let's be crazy, let's go find out. So if she crazy, we need to say the kids. That's all you got to do. In the minute that they say that, oh, well, she's put me on child support because she's bugged out or she's crazy. I hate that. And the thing about it is, sometimes as women, us as women, we'll let some of them ride with that for whatever reason, because we think that being flying monkeys to a lot of these narcissistic men, that they're telling the truth. Meanwhile, instead, not to say like, because I'm a woman first. Meanwhile, you have to use your brain and think logically. If the woman is so bad as a parent, why is this man only seeing his kids once a day, once a week? Some of them, that's being generous, because some of them don't even see their kids when they stop talking to the females. They don't even see their kids. And they'll tell the woman, they'll say, oh, she's crazy. And the thing about it is, at the end of the day, women, let a woman do that. Let a woman, because I've seen it on the internet now, when women got up and they left the kids with the father and they crucified them. How
Amen,
could you do
sister.
that?
Amen.
How could you do something like that? How could she leave her kids? Excuse me, they're both parents, but the problem is the society has got so comfortable with the woman wearing the grunt of everything and everything being on her back, like it becomes shamed that she can't take no more. I've seen this firsthand with some of my patients, like some people that will come into like the psych ward literally because they have too much stress on their back, and they can't even tell society that they have it. I'm gonna give you like a prime example, and this is for some women if y'all don't know this. A key fact, if you ever pay attention, with somebody that's stressed out, that don't look stressed out, look at their teeth. Most people that are really stressed out, they clench their teeth. It's a habit that you don't become aware of till all your teeth is straight at the bottom from stress that's put on your mind. Look at a mother, that a person that you think that have everything together. Look at her
Hold on,
teeth.
you being long winded. Hold up. I don't understand why you saying female. And when you picked up that's very degrading to women to say females. But we're gonna let Brian
That's
go.
degrading to say female?
Hold up. Stop interrupting. Go ahead, Brian.
Yes. I was just swiping and not seeing the society shames mothers to be perfect. That title right there. Society shames fathers more than anything. We do so much to try to be in our children's lives. Sometimes you do got deadbeats on both sides. Period. I ain't gonna try to. No need to try to debate that. You got the deadbeats on both sides. Fathers try to do so much for their children, and what some of the mothers, a lot of the mothers do, they keep the father away. They lie to the children their whole life. They lie to
What
the
type of
children their
things
whole
do
life.
what type of things do you hear women get shameful when it comes to children?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
When they try to keep fathers that try to be there, try to do everything they try to do to be in the kid's
No,
life, and the mother
you didn't
always
hear
try
the
to keep them out.
question. No, you hear the question. I said, what type of things do women get shameful when it comes to the children, not to the daddy? But apparently, it's just her job to make sure he stick around too.
You said what?
Go ahead,
Like
unfiltered.
she's saying, man, she's
Hold up,
saying that like
Kyle. Hold up, Kyle. He not processing. Go ahead, unfiltered.
All right, appreciate you. Um, Social shame mothers to be perfect, so fathers can get away with doing nothing. Yes, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? But that's only because the expectation for mothers is higher, not because that men shouldn't do anything, but because the child comes from them, comes out their body. You know what I'm saying? And for men, we look at things more linearly, I would say.
But don't men think,
Mhm.
even though it's not true, don't men think that kids are their seed?
Men think that kids are their seed, but they don't have the same connection with their child when they're born.
So
Like,
they think it's their seed, but they
mhm.
not connected to it.
Yeah, because we just start meeting the child the moment that it's born. You feel me? Like I'm a father. Right? I got my daughter. Anyone can go on my page. I love my kid. I'm with my kid every other week. I'm divorced. Right?
Well, every other week is that's subpar parenting. But go ahead. Every
You
other
know,
week is
you don't know
insane.
his
I
predicament.
get
So why you
50-50
judging?
custody.
Hold
I
on,
got
You
50-50
judging his
hold on,
custody.
sir.
predicament. You don't know him.
Calm down, Brian.
No, you good, bro. You ain't gotta speak for me. I appreciate it. I got
He
50-50
see his
custody.
kids twice a month. That's some bullshit.
Mm.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm going to court right now to get
And
more
that's the
time,
issue
but
right there. That's the
Hold up,
issue right
Brian.
there
Is
that I
that
was
your
talking about.
daddy?
You
Is
got
this your
women like
daddy,
you that
Brian?
bash men.
Calm down.
Hold on, man. Free my niggas, man. For real, man.
and so I would say that I realize, after being married and everything, I understand why I didn't grow up with my father. You feel me? And the fact is that a lot of it has to do with not having the mental capacity to deal with the mother, right? However, I have the love and discipline for myself. So no matter what my baby mama does, my ex-wife, whatever you want to call her, does, I'm gonna spend time with my kid. Even if I gotta go to court, which I'm doing right now, to spend time with my kid, I'm gonna do that. But that goes to morals. You
So
feel
hold on.
me?
Do you think every other week is enough time with your child?
Hell no. And that's why I'm going to
So
court
okay,
for
so
it.
when I made that statement, you understand that's some bullshit.
I do understand.
Why
I'm
you
with
think?
you.
Hold up, real quick. You know that's some bullshit. Why you
Mhm.
think Brian and Dawn was so eager to defend you in that case?
Because they're looking at the fact that I'm spending time with my child in general. You know what I'm saying? And the problem isn't that I'm spending my time in general, is that women are looking at how much time I'm spending with my child. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
and you know
saying?
every other week is some bullshit, but they already saying, but like they already justifying that. Let a woman come up here and say, "Oh, I see my kids every other week." You know it's different. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it would be different. I'm not gonna stun it. It would be different because it's like, oh, you don't want to see your kid more than that? You don't want to have your kid more than that? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at my baby mama, because she wants us to stay on the week off schedule. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm not trying to diss her or disrespect it. That's what she want to do. That's her expectation. That's her morals. My morals is I want more consistent time with my kid, and I want to be able to call my kid and talk to him. Love doesn't just love isn't a week on week off thing. Love is consistently 24/7.
When your kids come to your house, do they come with a backpack?
Hell no. I got my daughter got a whole bunch of clothes, shoes, everything she need over here. Her mama puts her in the clothes that I give her and bring her back over here with that.
What do you think about men who think it's okay that kids come into their house with a backpack?
So I'm not shaming men who do that, right?
Hold up,
Or they
pause,
think that is
Hold up, pause. If you know that's important for a child, why wouldn't you shame that behavior?
because I understand why those men are doing that, and I don't
Hold
agree
up.
with
So
it.
you prioritizing the man
No,
and not the
you let
fact
me
that
finish.
they should hold up, no. Because you just so powerfully said, no, I did that. But now you understand why for them they wouldn't have basic supplies for their child when they come over the house. That's interesting.
The reason for that is because those men priorities are messed up, right? They're focusing on.
Okay, so if priorities messed up, then
Hmm.
that's shameful behavior. I'm not going to say I understand that might is a reason for that. No, your priorities messed up. As simple as
Okay.
that. If they were trying to get some coochie, they would make sure some shit at the house for that woman. Let's be for real. But your kids coming to your house with a fucking backpack?
I gotta clean up, but
Hold on,
yeah.
sir. I'm guilty. I ain't give you no pushback. That's the thing. I ain't give you no pushback. You say that's happening, that's fine. But what I'm saying is the status this when it comes to shaming is different. For a woman, what the fuck you mean? It's like shame, shame, shame. Why would you allow that? But once the man is doing it, well, he might have a situation going on. I understand why he doing it. I ain't going no shame that nigga. What the fuck? Why are your kids coming over your house with a fucking backpack? And you got a rollout mattress. Why don't they have a bedroom? You understand what I'm saying? Like it's crazy
Mhm.
because y'all don't realize how y'all upholding these standards in our society in real time is interesting. You'll show off, you want cam up, show off what your kid got at your house, but at the same time, you don't want to shame a man who not doing the same. That's interesting.
Well, the thing is like I'm not a woman, so I don't really understand her reasoning behind
No,
it.
no, 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 no,
And I'm
no,
not trying to
no,
shame her
no.
either. I'm asking questions.
Unfiltered,
Hmm.
unfiltered. You are a parent with a
Hmm.
child, so
Hmm.
you understand. And you don't have to be a mother. You're a parent, and you got a child, so you understand,
Hmm.
right? Or am I wrong?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm
No,
not
you're not
against it
wrong.
right
I think
now.
I'm misunderstanding shaming.
No, my point is, y'all don't shame these fathers like y'all supposed to. Y'all give these niggas too much benefit of doubt because I guess life got in the way. But if you're a mother, it don't matter. It don't fucking matter what you got going on. You need to put them kids first. But for the men, they get grace. But he might be dealing with something. That shit is fucking insane.
Women do the same
But go
thing.
ahead, stow it. Hold up, Dawn. Hold up, Dawn. Go ahead, stow it.
All right, yeah. So, and this is not going to be popular, but yeah, of course, mothers are shamed, um, and fathers get away with it. But I think as women, we need to stop thinking that we're on the same playing field emotionally and mentally with men when it comes to children. They are not nurturing. They have to be taught to nurture. Their mindsets are totally different. And that's why any woman, whether she gets married before she has those children, do it the right way or whatever, we are taking a risk when we
So
bring
I
these
want to be
children in the world.
clear. When I talk about society, I'm not just talking about the men. So you agree that as a woman, you gotta have your shit together, but he need to be taught. You gotta parent, not just parent the kids. You gotta parent him too. And if he ain't doing it, you didn't parent him right. Correct?
You talking about the man or
I'm
the
talking about what you just said.
yeah.
That's what you said. You said he need to be taught.
You talk
Not no. As a woman, hold up. As a woman, you should already had it locked down. That's your responsibility. But that man, he need to be taught, right? You need to teach him. If he being a bad parent, you didn't teach him right,
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
And
We
vice
bear the
versa.
respons
and that's
we
insane.
bear the responsibility. We do. I was married before I had kids, right? And so my son, unfortunately, he came from a two-parent home, but my son basically struggled. He didn't do things the right way, right? And so his father, well, we eventually got divorced. Once we got divorced, his father just totally just disconnected because he couldn't have me. Didn't want to have anything to do with the son. I couldn't understand it because I'm thinking this is
No,
your
no, no, no,
child.
no,
And
no, no. Hold up. You can't have a different standard, Stoic. If
what do you
you're
mean?
saying that these, hold up, you're saying these women need to have grace for these men because they not taught and they need to be taught how to nurture. So it's
No,
going to be different
but see,
women. Hold up,
you're
hold
saying that
up.
they have to be taught to
No, no, no,
nurture.
no, 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 no. Then that would apply to your situation too. So if you saying he left, you didn't teach him well enough. That's the thing. If you want to hold up these standards for other mothers, know that it's going to be the same standard for you. You don't get to tell your story and be like, well, he did X, Y, and Z. No, 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 no. You didn't teach him well enough. It's the same thing.
That's
Does
some
it go
And
gay.
vice
that shit be
versa?
crazy. Hold up. No, that be crazy too, because that's the way that women uphold it. It's like, these mothers need to do X, Y, and Z, but I did X, and listen to my story. No, it's gonna be the same fucking standard.
But can
No,
I
That's the
teach a
you're
woman to be
not
a good
holding up
listening.
mother?
the
We're saying
standard.
the same thing. We're saying the exact same thing. What I'm saying is, as mothers, as women, we are taking the risk. That's the reason why it's all on us. We're taking the risk. It's all on us. At the end of the
So, man, I
day,
be taking a
no
risk when
matter
I go trapping. I be taking
how
a
we
risk too.
decide to go
I be
about it,
trapping.
doing it the right way, picking the right man, which we thought we did, but at the end of the
But
day, it's
everybody
gonna
taking a risk in
because
relationships,
we
though.
That's
gave
right.
birth. No, because we decided to give birth to these children, and there are so many other alternatives. You don't have to have a child. You don't. We are the gatekeepers of our womb, and that's what I'm
You right.
saying.
You right with
So
that.
we have to understand the mindset of men.
It's risk
They
on
are
both
who they
sides,
are.
though.
Um, I have a question. Good morning, everybody. Except the
Amen.
men who keep interrupting people like children.
Oh, I want to drop John so fucking
Hey,
bad.
right, like
Look,
Jesus
Lynn.
Christ. Um,
17 times. It's both sides. 17 times. I'm counting. I got a ticket over here. Fuck.
Well, keep
Hey
track because I'm
dang.
gonna do
Deadbeats.
some more.
That's
A pain in drop.
insane. You
Yo,
triggered.
gang, these niggas keep disrespecting me in the comments and shit because I'm white. Nigga, I'm mixed. I'm mixed. I'm not white.
Hold
Damn.
on, hold on. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. Argue in the comments with them.
My fault,
Um,
auntie. I'm just tired of these niggas dissing me, man.
Hold on, hold on. We don't care. That's not what we talking about.
so my
Um,
question is, Stoic, what way do you think we can change societal expectations of men?
We can't. That's what I'm
How
saying.
do you
If
know
if
what
they can't
societal
do it,
expectations
there is
are?
nothing that we can do. I raised my son right. I thought we raised him right and all this
How
other
did
stuff.
you raise your son right? Like in what ways? Like,
Right. Listen, okay, so the way that society tells us and the way that it's supposed to work, right? The woman is supposed to get married, right?
hmm
Find the man who, is suitable,
but
who
that
could
don't
take
got
care
nothing
of
to do
them and
with
all this
your
other stuff.
son. That got
I'm going,
everything to do with
listen,
you.
I'm
She
going
did
by
the
what
right thing. How
society
you
is
gonna tell her
saying.
that?
I'm going by what
Hold
society is
on,
saying. Follow me here. Okay. You're supposed to do
I'm
all that. I did that
got
because,
you.
a lot of men say that we're picking the wrong men. Okay. So that's the argument on their side, right? When things don't go right with the kid, right? So I did everything right, got married first to a man who was capable of taking care of us. I was a stay at home mom. Okay.
That's not what I'm
I had my
asking. So hold
children.
on. That's
Listen,
why
I'm
I
going by
cut
the
you
pattern.
off.
I'm going by.
That's why I cut you off because I'm asking you a specific
So
question
you ain't gonna
and
let
you're
her
not
finish?
answering. Don,
Damn, you gotta shut up, Don.
Acting
Dark
like some
Horse,
tyrants around this mother.
Dark Horse, can you want to go half with me? You send the galaxy, I send one.
Oh, let's do it now.
All right, got it. Cause I'm just yeah,
Yeah, spend
I'm
that
not
money to get
doing this.
Shut up, Brokey.
up, run
And
it
then
up.
come back. Bet you
But
couldn't do
I just
that.
sent two. I sent two on the accident. It's
Damn.
all right.
damn, Dawn.
Damn.
Any
Come
I'll
last
on.
make it
words,
back.
Well,
Dawn?
Terry,
Nah, he ain't
man.
getting no
I
last
saw.
words. Bye,
Now I wanted to
bitch.
cut them off, Lynn.
My
Damn.
bad.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Stop
Um.
cool.
talking, Lynn. Damn.
Anyways,
I'm
that you're
sorry.
not understanding what I'm asking you, Stoic. I'm asking you a specific question. What exactly did you teach your son that would have led him to be a good father?
Well, let me tell you, actions speak louder than words, right? Am I right? Because we can say what we want to say and teach them everything, right? But you go by your actions because that's what they're going to do. They're going to see what we're doing, okay? So
Do you
think
know
of
the
it from my
question?
son's perspective. He's looking,
Hold on.
he's
Do,
in a
do you
nice
remember the
home.
question?
He's in a nice home with two parents,
Hold on.
okay?
You did you hold
What?
up.
Go
Did
ahead.
you
Go
what's the
ahead.
question that you're answering?
Yeah,
Um,
she's
ev-
wanting to know what did I do to teach my son, and I'm telling her I
That's not what
showed
she asked
him
you.
what a family dynamic is supposed to be.
She didn't ask you that.
Because, like, I'm sorry,
That's
like
teaching.
your
I showed
answer.
him.
No, that's not teaching.
Yes,
Because
I did.
hold on, two parents can get a child and not give and do everything for that child, and then in turn make the child irresponsible.
Yeah, but I mean,
So,
come on.
like, this is hold
What are
on,
you wanting specifics?
hold.
You're wanting specifics on
Yeah,
what
nigga,
I,
we
the
want
things that I've
specifics,
taught
nigga.
him
We want
about
specifics,
how
nigga.
to,
On
he is
game.
never supposed to hit a woman. Okay, he's never supposed to touch a girl's
just gave him
breast
a two-parent
in
household.
third grade.
And hold on.
He's
That's
never
part
supposed to
of it.
lie, those
Uh,
things like that, what we normally
that
teach a
has
child.
nothing to do with being a father. That has everything to
Because
do with
if you're just going
character.
to debate me to go against everything that I said, then I can just drop down.
Yo,
I
Lynn,
mean,
not
you
gonna
well,
Lynn.
you
lie.
can just drop
Yo, man.
down.
I need
You're
this.
Have y'all
that would
ever
show
been a
that you're the
child ever?
quitter.
Have y'all
Like
ever
you're
been a child ever? Have
you
y'all
a
ever witnessed
quitter.
parents?
Hold on.
Oh,
If
she
you ain't been
ran.
introduced, don't I mean
Like hold on. You complaining about what your son did, but and how he didn't turn out to be the person you wanted him to be because and you gave him a two-parent household. Yeah,
Oh,
you
my
up on
bad.
the panel rage quitting because you didn't understand a conversation and what a person is asking you. Your son saw who you were, talking about giving examples. Y'all are not the parents y'all think y'all were. Y'all didn't have the parents y'all thought y'all did. Y'all not raising kids the way y'all think y'all should, y'all can or should. Y'all not raising your sons to be fathers. Y'all not raising y'all sons to be husbands. Y'all are not giving them responsibilities. Y'all are not telling them to stop crashing out and stop having panic attacks and swinging in the wind when somebody tell them no. Y'all not raising them to have self-control or nothing. These
Thank you,
niggas can't
Simply.
help themselves but come off the mic, off of mute. Like, y'all are not raising these men to be the people y'all think y'all are. They up here starting families with women wanting to play
You
house
raising yourself to
just
be a
because.
dominatrix.
Hold on, I am, and you first. I got a butt plug for you, a large one. Shut
Hell
up.
nah, nigga. That's all you.
Okay, then shut up. Listen, y'all let these young men skate by in life. They grow up and then just become adults. And then they want to play house with a woman because they think that's going to affirm their masculinity if they have a baby by her. That's not raising sons, raising young men to be men, unfortunately. Y'all not the parents y'all think y'all are.
Yeah, not it's interesting because like even in that point, like the responsibility would end up being on the woman even more. That's the problem. Like women get blamed for the man leaving, women get blamed for the son growing up and not doing a thing, and we never look at the fact that where they get these thoughts from. They get them from society because if a woman is showing up day in day and out take care of her kids, she's demonstrating that you should stay and take care of your responsibilities. But boys learn from their peers that, to be a man is not to be a woman. So it don't matter what you're doing. They're looking at what men are doing. That's the thing. It always end up being a woman's responsibility. Um, Thank you, Simply. Go ahead, Gaslight.
Hello, Tara. Hello, Dark
Hello.
Horse. Hello, Lynn.
Hey.
I do think women shame mothers to be perfect so their fathers can get away with doing nothing. I think that is
Just the
true.
women.
Yeah.
You
It's
don't think men do it?
I think men encourage women to be perfect. We know that never reach perfection. As men won't either, but we encourage them to get there. Women shame them for not being perfect because they say, "Oh, you're the mother. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to be able to do that. You're supposed to." Women put those
So
expectations,
hold on,
and the
you saying
reality is
women are
that
shaming and the men are encouraging. That's your point.
for perfection, yes, but just
What
if a
does that
woman
encouragement sound
doesn't
like?
get out and get a job, you can provide for this child too. It's not just a man's job to pay bills. That's encouraging.
Hey, double O. So even though he the father saying those things,
Yeah, that doesn't matter. I mean, both parents have a responsibility and they should be, equally distributed or as close to equally
so
distributed as
the men
possible.
saying it, but we gonna say it's encouraging, not shaming.
Well, it's encouraging for men when women say it is shame
It's
because they
interesting
expect,
that you said that when women do it is shaming, and when men do it is encouraging. That's interesting.
sure, sure, because men don't have, like, women compare themselves to other women, right? Women compare themselves to other women. And if you're falling short of what she's doing, she'll say you're a bad parent or she'll say you're a bad mother. Men aren't mothers. So if you fall short on doing what you're doing, he can't do the things that mother's doing. So let's say a woman don't want to breastfeed. Another woman will shame her for not wanting to breastfeed. Oh, a good mother would breastfeed. I breastfeed mine. Men can't say that, so men don't say that.
That's
But
like,
the
shut the
Are
fuck
more
up.
competitive? So now women are more competitive than men?
You're
Women have
around way too
always
many
been
women.
more
You in women's
competitive than
business
men.
too
Stop
much.
lying.
no, hold
Oh,
on,
I'm
sir. You just
informed
If,
and
gotta
if it
figure.
has
behaved.
to
No,
fall on
he
the
giving.
masculinity or femininity chart, it's never
No,
gonna fall
that's
on
but
femininity. Stop lying.
no,
Dark
but
horse. That's
no,
because
no, no,
societal
no.
expectations.
Hold up. Gaslight is proving a point, y'all, because He's giving the man grace. The man doing the same thing that woman doing, and he's saying that's encouragement. It's not shaming when a man do it.
Yeah, gonna frame it that way. It's all in how you frame it. Same
Well,
words,
that's how shame
same
works.
same words, but it's a different meaning when it comes from a different source. It's bullshit.
Is it open platform yet?
No,
I just can't mute.
if you already
Somebody can
spoke,
I
you
mute
can
me.
haven't
chime in.
gone yet. I just
Hold
want
up,
to say a couple
hold up,
things.
hold up, hold up. Let me explain. If you already spoke, you can chime in. It's the ones who didn't speak yet gotta wait to be introduced into the conversation. I just ask that you don't interrupt people.
It's my turn. Society does shame mothers, and make excuses for fathers. They don't know the standard that fathers should uphold, and I feel like society has this. I don't know where we got the view of what fatherhood should look like. Um, I don't know what TV show, what media source, what
Thank you,
movie
Jane Doe.
portrayed the image of fatherhood that we have today. But it's fucked up out here. Real fucked up. And I don't know what y'all need to brainwash yourselves into, becoming better fathers, uncles, brothers, dads, whatever the fuck you need to be. But y'all gotta get it together ASAP and fast. Um, some people think that they don't even have to take care of their baby or help change their baby diaper, like fucking Nelly. People be talking, men be talking about, oh, she won't let me see my kids. Like, you going to the zoo to see an animal, or you going to the museum to see a painting. You don't see your kids, you parent your kids. Fathers be talking about, oh, I gotta babysit my kids, or I gotta watch my kids right now. I can't go out. How you babysitting your own fucking kids? These men mindset around children is crazy. The kids don't got their own room. If the mama got health insurance, you don't got health insurance. If y'all not together, like y'all don't think that y'all got to provide the same type of parenting if the mother is providing it. People don't want to pay child support. I shouldn't have to pay child support. I should just be able to buy my kids a gift. Like, whatever. It's not consistent. Like, y'all, I don't know.
You still talking, man?
Just be a little better.
Dragging that shit.
Yeah, bitch, I am. And you still wishing you can talk. Now what? Go
Thank
ahead,
you, Lynn.
great.
What you're saying is, I'm great at my fault. What you're saying is capitalism and imperialism is shifting people to act certain ways towards their children. That's what you're saying. That's the translation. Um, when people say, "Oh yeah, I gotta buy my gift for this child," or "I gotta do this for this child," just because they need certain needs and they have certain expectations, that it doesn't really correlate to you. You have to communicate with your child. That's point blank. That's point blank. Period. You have to communicate with your
Thank you,
child. Like,
Queen.
I don't know, bro. Like that shit. I really don't know. I'm in awe after hearing all of that shit, bro. Like, what? What you mean? It's another person's responsibility
Hey,
to show you
Breezy.
how to raise your child, bro. That doesn't make no sense at all.
Right, it don't. Go ahead, Pablo.
Hold up, my bad. Hey, keep going for like 2 more minutes. I'm on the phone.
No, we gonna skip you. Go ahead, Moon.
Hello. I do agree with the prompt that society does shame mothers to be perfect so that fathers can get away with doing nothing. I think, and I've seen that men are scared of other men for whatever reason. They're all weak as fuck, but men are scared of each other. That's why they will not hold each other accountable. I've seen they have friends, other guy friends. They're not asking, like, where's your child? When do you see your child? I never see you with them. They agree with what they do because they're scared of each other. And we have to stop this rhetoric as women believing that men don't know or they weren't raised to do this. We had to be taught as well. You don't just come out and think, oh yeah, I'm supposed to provide and do this. You have to, these are things that you have to learn. It's an excuse for women to say they don't that the man doesn't know. They weaponize competence all the time. They try to act like they don't know what's going on. They didn't know. I didn't know that I needed to buy diapers. I didn't know they ran out. But when you ran out of condoms or soap, if you're using them, you know to go to the store. You know to check inventory of your freaking house.
The interesting thing when men say that, like, oh, the guys I hang out with, they take care of their kids or whatever. How often are men planning activities to hang out where the kids can come?
Exactly.
Well, they would have to have the kids for the kids to come.
Mm-hmm.
And they do not. And that's what we were talking about, even inside of a household. Lynn
That's on both
asked
sides, though.
what the role was when men are even in the household. So if it's the expectation is zero, except just to live in the same house with the woman and child, and you guys can't frame what it looks like on a day-to-day basis to be in the house and what fatherly things are your role to take over, then I know for sure if you a baby daddy and you staying somewhere else, you don't have any structure or no expectation. Y'all can't even tell us what men do. So there's no reason why we're debating, because I don't care if you live with me or not. You still ain't doing shit. It ain't no fatherly roles.
Yeah, most men are teaching children or a child like to be an adult. So they teach them something like how to do something that they're gonna have to do when they're an adult. I think a good female will do the same, but you can't say that. Just like you saying, there's no structure with men. It's the same thing with women.
But
You
the
can go
topic
to.
is about fathers. I don't know why y'all keep
So
bringing it back to
she just
moms.
talked about
Because it's
females.
always put
So
on
I
us.
just piggybacked on what she was saying. That's what happened.
Hold
She
on,
was talking
I got
about
this.
women.
I got this. So here's
But
the
what,
thing, right? Nobody comes out prepared, or nobody just innately knows how to raise a child. So you're learning this from somewhere else. Somebody's teaching you. When you don't know how to do something, when you can't stop that
Thank you,
baby from crying, you
Justin.
calling your mom or your auntie or something. Y'all pretty much gatekeep the information from men. And this idea that women just be planning stuff. I've seen women
If
at the
it's
AB
taught,
Clinic
then
with
why
their
isn't the
kids.
man
I'm
paying
like, yo,
attention?
you is
Let
a
him
filthy.
finish.
Why
Mom.
the fuck are you like? That's not planning. That's not planning. They just show up to places with the kid in tow. It's not the same.
yeah, I think Planned Parenthood,
Hold on, no,
And
Mom
SNAP.
wanted to say
I
something.
think
Hold
I
up.
think
Go ahead,
Planned
Mom. Hold up,
Parenthood,
sir.
SNAP.
Hold up, sir.
My bad.
Go ahead, Mom.
So he said that these things are taught. This we're not gatekeeping anything. If you have a child with a woman, I'm assuming that you would be there the months that she's pregnant. Okay, if you've never changed a diaper before, there are so many resources now for men to learn. It's a freaking excuse for y'all to say that you don't know something. If you don't know something, you go out and learn it. If you want to know how to get given head, I'm sure you could watch a YouTube video on that. It's an excuse. Y'all keep giving making excuses for each other
They know how
and
to
men
get
because y'all scared
healed.
of each other.
The thing I will say is that
I ain't
Planned
never had a
Parenthood,
baby a day in my life. Go
Planned
ahead, sir. You want
Parenthood,
to get that shit
SNAP.
off?
I'm saying you've been talking the whole time. I don't mind. You can keep talking if you want.
Now,
You such a
go
gentleman. You
ahead,
got to leave those
sir.
females alone, though. You
I
got to
don't
only
mind
fuck with
anybody
women.
talking. Anybody can talk. I don't mind.
Go ahead, sir.
Planned Parenthood, SNAP is what teaches most of these young people to act like this. As far as thinking they know how to take care of a child. Most people who having children out of
Hold on, how
wedlock,
you come to that
let me
conclusion?
finish talking, man. Most people who having children out of wedlock, they don't openly talk to their parents about it
Well,
because
you
they're
didn't
not
explain
proud
that
of
point you just made. You just moved away from it.
it. Is that what Planned Parenthood and
I
SNAP?
snap. Yeah.
What about it? That's what teaches most
Okay,
young
How?
people
How
how?
are
about
You
they
made
children.
the
teaching women
point.
that?
They teach them how to take care of them. They teach them how to
I need
provide for them.
examples.
They give them a list of stuff to buy.
Who and where are they getting this from?
I just said Planned Parenthood, SNAP.
So you're saying that they're
How?
going
Are
to
they
Planned
going inside
Parenthood
Yeah.
courses?
schools? Like, how are they doing this?
It's usually by their peers, like people who they same age, who
So
already
that
had
means it's not
children.
SNAP and Planned
It's
Parenthood
not Planned
then.
No,
Parenthood or
I'm
SNAP
saying
then.
no. That's the person who's talking to them about how to hold a baby. That's
What?
what they
Hold
Oh,
do.
But
okay.
on.
So
men,
it's
hold
coming from
on,
other
hold on,
people,
hold
not
on, hold
necessarily
on.
SNAP.
But hold on. Men could go to Planned Parenthood and learn how to do the same thing. If that's
No, if
your
they go to
argument.
Planned Parenthood, if they go to Planned Parenthood, they're gonna get put on
Oh,
child
the
support.
men.
Yes. That's what
How
usually
Planned
happens. No,
Parenthood gonna put you on child
Nigga,
support?
shut up.
they
That's too many
ask
lies.
you when you
Too many
when
lies.
a female
Shut the fuck up.
goes to Planned Parenthood or SNAP, they ask them about the other parent. If they provide
Planned
that
information
information,
or
Sir,
SNAP?
stop.
let me finish.
SNAP
Can
and
I
Planned
finish?
Stop.
Weaponizing
Parenthood. No,
incompetence.
You
hold
dumb.
Can I say?
on.
You
Hold
dumb.
Why are
on.
you so? Why are
Hold
y'all yelling?
on.
Not making any sense.
Because it's too many people. Hold on, simply. Planned Parenthood and SNAP are two different. One is a government entity and one is a nonprofit organization. What the fuck are you talking
That
about?
both help females. They don't help men.
How Planned Parenthood gonna put you on child support?
Talk about
It's a
SNAP.
nonprofit organization.
Let's talk about SNAP then.
No, you can't move the goalpost. You
I
said
said both
Planned
of them.
Parenthood.
I said SNAP
That
and
don't
Planned
even make
Parenthood.
sense.
It's
But
okay,
a
but you
man can
loud
go to
and
Planned
wrong.
Parenthood.
It's okay. That's
A
what's
man,
teaching y'all
no,
to yell
you
like
loud
that.
and wrong.
No, I'm saying
You're
it's.
loud and wrong.
I'm
You
not. I said
sound now
SNAP
you
and
moving the
Planned
goalpost
Parenthood from the.
again.
I said SNAP and Planned Parenthood from the
Tell me
beginning.
how.
They
Tell
both
me
help
how Planned
women. They don't help
Parenthood
men.
puts a man on child support.
It's okay, mom. You can keep
Men
talking
can
about
go
the
to
same
Planned
stuff. That's why
Parenthood.
they running
He
from you.
can't answer that question.
That's why they running from you.
Yeah, he sounds stupid. He can't admit when he wrong.
No, I
Men
said
can go
Planned
to Planned
Parenthood and
Y'all
SNAP
Parenthood. What
from
are
the
forget
you talking
beginning.
about?
these
No,
same
no,
people
sir. I
live
said
off of
Planned
SNAP and
Parenthood and
Planned
SNAP from the
Parenthood.
beginning. I said Planned
Men can go to
Parenthood and
Snap
SNAP from the
too.
beginning.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so what about
dumb.
it?
I'm
If
not
you go to
understanding
SNAP,
what
they
you're
gonna
talking
help you.
about.
Just like Planned Parenthood gonna help you. They're not helping men.
Parenthood does
You
like
don't even
Men
know what
cancer
can go to
SNAP
screenings for
Planned
men.
is.
Parenthood.
I have a question. So
Do
say
men
you
is
a
that why
single, say
y'all
you
not
a
getting STD checks? Because y'all don't think that men can go to Planned Parenthood?
No, more
Yep.
females
It's
walk around with that
available for
stuff than men.
you.
Yep.
More women walk
say
around with
you a
non
single father,
unknown
bruh.
Where do
unknown
you think
diseases
the
than men.
GA went? Where do you think the GAY men are going for their checkups? You can go to Planned Parenthood, sir, if you need to. I just want all the men to know that.
Okay,
It's
thank you, Mom.
available for you.
So I'm
I just
saying
go
is
to
that Planned
consensual.
Parenthood was based
Planned
on to
Parenthood
help
got
who?
condoms.
It
Yeah,
was
you can
made
go
to
get
help who
condoms.
though?
Hold up,
Who was
hold up.
So
Planned
He,
men don't get
Parenthood
checked
made to
out.
hold
help?
up,
Women
It's
without
hold
easy.
up. He couldn't
women without
answer
a
that
man in the house.
question.
Women without a man in
Hold
the
up,
house.
sir. Hold up, sir. We just gonna acknowledge that he said some stupid shit and he can't answer the question because he don't know what the fuck he talking about.
No, I
Hold
said
up,
the
sir.
same thing
Don't
from the beginning.
hold up. No, you said some stupid
I
shit. We're
said
gonna move
snap
away
and
from it. Y'all make sure y'all tap in the screen, share the live out. Just somebody might want to participate in the conversation. If you haven't already done so, send a daily heart me to support the live, y'all. You can gift people on the panel if y'all agree with them. Greta, what you were saying?
All right, so who is Planned Parenthood directed towards? It's women without a father in the house, right?
that's what
Women
I'm
with
saying, man. You so
children that
No.
wild.
don't have a father,
No.
right?
No, that's
You
why
so
y'all don't get
wild,
checked.
man.
Y'all some dirty dick
Look,
niggas.
You
look,
so wild,
look.
man.
I am the product of that. What are you talking about? I'm the
They
product of
just be
that.
saying stuff,
The
man.
fuck? The hell? What are you
You don't know
saying?
where you can get checked and you asking it on a
My
public
mother,
You
platform. You
know,
my
shouldn't be
you know
mother,
what's
embarrassed.
my
interesting?
mother looked to Planned Parenthood and SNAP benefits when we didn't have no fucking dad. We
Oh,
Facts.
so
didn't
that's what
have
it's
That's what I'm
nobody in
about.
the
talking about.
house. So what are
But
you
you know
talking
what's
about?
also interesting? What's interesting is that somehow when we become men, like when the children who've been around the females become men, somehow we don't know what we experienced in life. Somehow we don't know nothing. But then if we do tell what we know, then it's like, oh, well, you damaged by your mama. Your mama was a hoe. It's like,
That's
what
what
are
I'm
we talking
fucking
about?
saying, bruh. We can't
It's all
win.
crazy,
Nobody
man.
can win, bruh. What are
So
you
let me
talking
get
about?
this straight. Hold on. Great. Let me
No,
get
he's
this
not talking about
straight.
her.
Do you think that men can't go to Planned Parenthood?
Yeah, you already said it. For
I
women.
don't think that.
But
I
they
do.
don't
I
know.
don't think that. I think that
They don't know
anybody
what
could do
Planned
Planned
Parenthood
Parenthood.
is.
The whole purpose of Planned
Right.
Parenthood is for somebody that doesn't have another half in the home, and they have children. If you have
No,
multiple
No, that's
kids,
not the
no.
purpose. No,
it's not.
Planned
So
Parenthood is a health
elaborate on what
clinic.
Hold up, sir.
did you just call me,
Planned
sir?
Parenthood is a clinic. No, she said, sir.
Oh, I'm about to
Sir,
say, okay.
Parenthood is a clinic.
Yeah,
It's a
Planned
health
Parenthood is a
clinic.
clinic. That's what
You
they.
go there to get like checkups. You
That's
can
right.
get STD
And you could
checks.
also
And
You
you
go
can
can
get
there to get
condoms.
you
You
can get
can
an
abortions
take
abortion.
and so
parenting
on and so
classes.
That's the
forth,
number one.
bruh.
I don't know why she running from the abortion.
But
That's what they go
That's
That's
to
what
the
I'm
most.
saying,
obvious.
bro. You can get abortions,
okay,
so on and so forth.
hold
Like
on,
what, bro?
hold on, hold on. What does that have to do with the price of milk? That doesn't stop men from going there. If you need to get an STD check, you can go. If you need parenting classes, you can go. I didn't know men get abortions. Like, what are you talking about?
Bruh, and
Somebody
not
just
only
got
that,
what?
bruh, you go outside, you look for a Planned
Hold up,
Parenthood,
real
all of them
quick.
bitches is boarded the fuck up.
Hold up. Gaslight, you said we be gatekeeping information from these niggas?
Hmm.
That's what you said. We gatekeeping, you sure about that?
About how to parent. Yes,
No, these niggas
And
dumb.
they
Be for
are
real.
I
dumb. This
mean
could have been a
these
Google
niggas in
search.
particular are dumb.
But
I
listen,
agree.
Gaslight, mid argument, they could have Googled it. So dumb is different. Sometimes you don't know. But when somebody tell you something, nobody went on Teacup, looked it up. They're still fighting right now and they're fucking wrong. They're just stupid on purpose. Like they're fighting to be stupid. Like they want to be that way. That shit is fucking embarrassing. Nigga can't be fucking saved no matter what we tell them. They're
You
not
see
gonna
how
look it
much
up.
cursing she using?
And he
She
just
got
called
five
y'all
Motherfuckers can
dumb.
languages.
He just called all
only
the
call
men on here
niggas
dumb,
stupid
and y'all
on
didn't say
mute,
That's
bruh.
nothing.
wow,
Niggas
man.
can only call people
Y'all
stupid
scared
If
on
of
the
him.
mute
women, if
because,
the women
like,
sound like
what?
this, how are the children and the men supposed to sound? If the women are cursing and cussing and sounding like that,
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all
we
keep
going from
They
moving
the
hooting and hollering,
the
huh?
goalposts.
It
I'm
would
just
Come back
saying.
tomorrow.
somebody would have to care about that. And
If
that's
I
what it
was
is. You
cursing,
remain
if I
stupid. You
was
believe by
cursing and
not
cussing like
cursing,
that,
you
then
about
I
to
would be
save the world?
gone. Y'all
You're
would have
You
not
worried
booted
about
me.
saving
her
shit
cussing.
by
You
Don
worried
keeping
got
about
by
her
not
booted
cussing,
me.
and that
cursing.
man just said every
Nah,
man up here
bruh.
is stupid,
That's what
and y'all didn't
We
say
just
nothing.
repeated what you said.
what
Just
I'm
repeat what
saying
you
Exactly.
to you
said.
is that men
And
Exactly.
then,
what I'm
duh,
saying
bruh.
is that men will talk about the way someone says something and using profanity all while failing to test that life. No one cares if I don't use profanity if you're fucking failing as an adult. But
What
that's what somebody
when you're
told you.
saying
Somebody
failing
told
as
you
an
when you
adult,
go to
what does
work
that mean?
and you're a respectful Negro, then God damn it, you're winning while all the while stealing from you because you're not smart enough to know your fucking rights or what you're supposed to get, but you ain't cursed. You a good
You just
Negro.
what are
No
you
one cares
talking
about
about?
being a good dumb Negro, but white people. They want you to shut up and
So
shuffle
what are we
and not
failing
say
at?
that. We're
What are
not
men
interested.
failing at,
We want
man?
you to look up, we want you to Google the shit you're saying, like you Google the fucking code on GTA to
No, I'm
unlock a
asking.
fucking plane for
I don't
free.
play video games.
You guys will
I don't play
YouTube
video
anything
games.
else,
You're
but
just
you're not
saying stuff. It
YouTubing
doesn't
nothing about
relate.
life.
What I'm asking is, what are we failing at?
I just
Okay,
said
we
it.
don't
And if you're
care. We
talking
don't
over me, you're
care.
You
not
We don't
said we
listening.
care.
won't Google
You're
anything
We
about
don't
life.
listen.
care.
Do
You
you know
won't
that?
Is
Do you know
Pablo
listen.
that?
ready to
I
speak?
already said that if you're having a debate, I'm talking about in this conversation, there was conflicting information. And just in this debate, if there's conflicting information, nobody wanted to go get the right answer. So I'm
Man,
not talking about life. I
I
ain't
don't know
talking about
what you're
yesterday. I ain't
talking
talking about
about right
tomorrow.
now.
I'm talking
What
about like these
conflicting
last 30 minutes.
information?
Who is still fucking talking? What I'm saying is during these last 30 minutes, no one cared to look it up, but that's an example of how you go about fucking life. You're wrong. Somebody tell you you're wrong and you don't care. You just keep fucking doing it, which makes you stupid. That's it. I mute up.
What conflicting information?
You
Nobody's
said that.
telling you. You're an idiot.
Motherfuckers
No,
is saying this
no,
shit.
simply.
I
People
just
are
wanted
still
to
out
No,
here.
ask
They have
he's
yet to be a
stupid.
parent. People are out here and they have yet to be a parent. And you telling them to look to the
Y'all
fucking
are
internet. You telling them to look
slow.
to the
I
fucking
don't know
internet. Oh
what
my
to
gosh.
do.
Hold up,
this
y'all.
dude
I don't know
Hold
said
what
up,
to do
y'all.
with y'all next generation of men, but y'all are stupid. Y'all are confidently stupid and
You know what I will
slow.
say
And that is
after
a
she
personal
finishes?
problem. That is a
Hold
personal
up, y'all.
problem. Y'all are underdeveloped in in the brain.
Hold up.
For
We gonna go
real.
to We need
I
a
wanted to say
reset. Y'all
something.
niggas is hold up, cause y'all niggas is stupid. We go to Pablo, and then we go to Miami, then we open the panel back up.
You know, calling folks stupid is the last thing you're gonna get from me.
Hold up, sir. Shut up, stupid. Go ahead,
Hold
Pablo.
up. All right, hold up. Hold up. Let me mute my brother. All
Stay
right, so
child free, y'all. Don't
let's
have
get back on
kids.
concept. So
Yeah.
the society shames mothers to be perfect, so fathers can get away with doing with nothing. So I don't know what's the pressure of society. Like, what's the pressure? Like, like I'm not getting the question. You really, you feel me? Like, what's the pressure that women are getting to make it seem like, oh, let's let go of the father so they can just do what they want. You know what I mean? So, and say in my personal view, right? As a father, I have two daughters. Me and my baby mom's not together. I'm not gonna say I did everything perfect. I'm not gonna say she did everything perfect. But there was with society. The only thing I could say society is pressuring is like social media. People see, oh, this person's doing this with your partner or their partner, but they're not appreciating what they got going on. Instead of like building with each other, they're like, oh, I could find someone new. And I think that's the mindset of a woman. And a man would rather stick together, build their family, deal with bullshit. It's been in like books, storylines all the time. You feel me? But it's always like, hey, families usually work if the man's willing to stick there with their like woman and deal with their bullshit. Because women, y'all think, oh, you know what? He might not be fucking greeting me at the door every day or picking me up from work. I could find somebody else who does that. But he paying all the bills, cooking dinner. You feel me? Making sure you eat every night. And you might be missing some means, but you only focus on what the man's not doing. You feel me?
So you
Sir, what does that have to
equating a
do with the
relationship?
prompt?
Hold up, hold up. You talking about a relationship, but you're not talking about the parenting part. That's the
Or
thing,
like with the
and
parent.
that's y'all mentality that y'all follow with women, not children. But like, I don't really give a fuck
Eric,
about what you talking about. Go ahead.
So
You're not
can
really
you
saying
tell
anything.
me? Can you tell me at what grade level and what lesson does a child have to like? What do you do? Because like if you read the prompt right
yeah.
and you gather what the prompt is
Oh,
about
third
and
grade.
you
It's
answer it
third grade,
directly.
man.
Okay, and what is the lesson? Is it like reading comprehension? Because I'm confused
Yeah, it'll be
as to why
comprehension.
every man reads the prompt and like their brain kind of jiggles around the words that they read, and then they
Oh,
put it together like Scrabble, like
well,
incorrectly
Yeah.
and
okay.
So by
incoherently.
Well,
third
I kind of
grade,
came with a
hold up,
question like,
sir.
I'm
Hold
not
up,
gonna
sir.
lie.
Hold up. By third grade, they should be able to like read something, break it down, identify the key words. If they're confused about words, they will look them up. Um, but these motherfuckers, I was saying this the other day. I think it's weird how people come and read prompts. Like somebody said that's what they was told to do. I think they're in a classroom or something. Cause like I don't know, you when you unmute, you just respond to the prompt. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I think some of them should have been held back in third grade, to be honest.
Whole time y'all
But
been
we gonna
changing the
move.
prompt.
Hold up, Greta. It's Miami time.
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. I agree with this prompt. Um, and I'm going to say it flat out. When a child is born, it's born to the female. And it is pressure on us to do everything right by that child. And if anything goes wrong, we do take all the heat. It isn't until men really wants to get involved for whatever reason. I've
Let me ask you a question,
experienced.
because I usually don't address this, but why you say female and then you said men?
I'm sorry.
You said female and then you said men.
No, I said females are the ones that always get the pressure and the heat. Even,
No, you hold up. We talking about women, not females. But then you said men.
no, I was going to say men are not given the same pressure. That's what I
Yeah,
was
but that's what I'm
We
saying. If
going.
you're gonna
have
say female, then you should have said male. But if you're gonna say men, you should have said woman. I just think it's
Okay.
interesting. But go ahead, finish your point.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's basically what I'm coming from with this because as a woman, um, that's what I've experienced. Even becoming a first time mother, um, it just seemed like it was so much pressure on me to be perfect. And I strive to do that because if I messed up, I was always to blame. I did something wrong, or they said, "Where was the mom? Why isn't the mom doing this?" You know, and it's always pointed at us, but at the end of the day, when it's not worked together, when both parties are not working together, because it takes two to tangle, I don't see why the women is always,
But the
or
thing is,
females.
hold up, whoa, we back here again. That's
Mhm.
interesting. So you saying you say I was a woman, then you went back to saying females.
Right.
You
Well, I know
dehumanize a
female is
woman.
right. That's
No,
a term,
no,
a
hold up.
terminology used
No,
for
no, no.
women.
You demonize, you like dehumanizing women. But here's the interesting thing: it's not just your mistakes. You're going to be blamed for the male's mistakes too.
Well, I never really seen it in that way, but I mean, you make a valid point with that. Um, it just seemed like by you being the mother of the child, if anything goes wrong, that's the first thing they'd be like, "Where's the mother?"
Yeah, any mistake you make, any mistake the child made, any mistake that the father made, it's going to be on you. And that's the pressure we talking about. But let Drew
Mhm.
Brees go, and then we'll open the panel back up.
How y'all doing? Right. So I was going to piggyback on what the last guy said. Right. It is about society. Right. It shouldn't be about society at all. Right. It should be about your own household. I think that's where everything's screwed up because he was on front, for real. He just had to wear away again to it. If you care about what's going on every place, of course your house is not going to be right. You're worrying about the wrong shit. That's why I think everybody's worrying about the wrong shit. Everybody got to get their household done. You got to pick your man. You got to pick our women, and that should be it. I don't know why we decide
Let me ask you a
on
question.
yes. What you
Do
got?
it bother you? You ever been called a simp before?
A simp?
Mm-hmm.
No, not a simp.
You ever been
Probably,
called
maybe,
a
maybe,
broke ass? Hold up. You ever been called a broke ass nigga?
probably one time. Probably
Okay, and like, you ever been called
less
less than a man?
than a man.
Any of those
Yeah,
degrading terms?
yeah.
Yeah.
Females
So
call
like,
niggas bitches all the time. Yeah. My bad, my bad.
hold
I forgot
up.
me to take that. My bad.
No, no, y'all niggas be in the bond. I know, but hold up. The thing is, right? So when motherfuckers call you a broke ass nigga, you outside everybody calling you a broke ass nigga or a bitch
Mm,
ass nigga. You wouldn't care about that, right? So if I
no,
say Drew Brees, you sound like a bitch ass nigga, right? You gonna just like
brush it
brush
off.
that off and keep it moving, right? You're
Yeah,
not
brush
gonna
it off.
care that I'm
No,
saying you're a bitch ass nigga.
exactly.
There you go. Open the panel, y'all.
Okay, I like that. I like it. I like that for sure. He's talking about what does that have to do with anything. She was saying is that you shouldn't care what society says anyway.
They ain't got nothing to say. Go ahead, Aaron.
No?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So I understand you ladies are frustrated because you have ran across some of our brothers that rubbed you guys the wrong way. I'm just letting you guys know
So
that
you
all
think?
of us
Hold up,
men are
hold
not
up,
like that.
hold up, hold up. You making it a? We talking about society. You saying it's
Hmm.
an individual
Because
issue?
y'all using it as it's y'all like a attack against you guys, like me, myself. I'm a
What?
single
How? Why
dad.
would you get that
Like, listen to
impression?
that. I'm a single dad. I'm just going to use myself
Hold up, whoa,
as an
whoa,
example.
hold up, because I think it's projection. Now you start talking about
Hmm.
yourself. So you thought we
No,
was talking
I'm
about
not.
you?
Yes, because I'm a
Hold up.
man.
Did you think we was talking
You're
about
talking
you?
up.
That why you
No,
telling us?
you're talking about my brothers.
Hold
I'm
up.
speaking up because
No, you must think we talking about you because now you ain't here defending yourself and tell us who in your household. Like you can't tell us that we individualizing it and then you center yourself and you start telling us about your life and shit. And we don't give a fuck about you, Aaron. We talking about society, Aaron. You stuck and you not understanding. You want to talk about this on a societal level, or you just want to come up here and tell strangers your business?
And
I
you gotta
muted you,
send a whale. You
Aaron.
gotta send a whale before you tell your personal story. Send a whale gift to the host if you want to tell us about your life story. Otherwise, talk about the
He came
prompt.
up here to lie to us.
If you mention yourself, you got to send a whale. Do you know what a whale is on the gift thing? Are your gifts charged up? I didn't think so. Answer the prompt.
He over there on mute lying to himself. That shit crazy.
All right, so I think society pressures like mothers into like, wanting to live the best life, like the best life possible for like the kids, right? And I wouldn't say like it makes father like they're like, oh, like I feel like the question's kind of messed up, right? Because it's like, who to say the father wants to not be with the mother if you're co-parenting, right? Because if you are separating, I think that's what I think the situation would be, right? But yeah, I think society does pressure mothers because y'all do have a lot more options when it comes down to wanting to push harder, or y'all have that motivation. Because the mother will, the kid's gonna be with the mom more than the dad, regardless. Like,
Why
and if y'all are
regardless?
separate, you feel me?
Hold
It's
up.
gonna
Why
be either
regardless?
because it's like what's because I'm saying like society itself, social media, people really be thinking, okay, well, this person that got married with their man, you know what I mean? So you're looking for, you might even search for a guy who's like, well, why ain't you treating me right? Women get talked to every day. They got work,
What's up, brother
boyfriends.
Bear?
You
That's
feel me?
my
So it's just
fiance,
that's
y'all.
society. You know what I mean? If we was to talk about society, it's just
All right,
that
but let me ask you a question. Hurry up, because you just talking. Do you think that men are able to get away with not raising their children in our society?
hell no. I don't think that's okay at all. Like
No, no, no.
regardless,
I didn't ask if you though. I didn't say if you thought it was okay. I'm saying, do you think it happens?
oh yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. It sure does.
Okay, so you
And
you
women
understand
accept
it's a
it. A lot
double
of women do
standard.
accept that
You
because you
understand it's a double
can put a
standard. You
man
think
on
women are
child
accepting
support.
it?
Yeah, some women do. Like me, you know,
Hold on, hold on.
I,
Hold on, I want to make sure
I,
it's clear. You saying some women accept men not doing nothing? Like they okay with
yes,
that?
Women do, yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah.
you probably have some friends that you know who's like going through some stuff with their baby dad, and he's probably not helping with the kids. He probably don't pick them up. He probably don't even help support them financially. You know what I mean? You probably tell her all the time, or probably talk to them. That's probably what this whole situation is about. Y'all talk about it, and you know that they're okay with it. They haven't put that right foot forward and be like, you know what, forget it. Let me actually move on. But a lot of situations aren't just that. A lot of times it's the woman who doesn't allow the guy to be a father with the kids or even try to work situations out. It's not always the guy is not there. Sometimes it's the woman doesn't want the guy there,
I
but the
think it's
he's
interesting because
financially
I saw some
supportive.
people agreeing with you. I don't know about women just being okay with the man not helping out with the kids.
Trust me. Like, all right, so for my situation, I have a personal situation if you want to get into it.
Hold on, we
Like,
don't want to get in your personal situation, but if that's the case, why is child support even a thing? If women okay with the men not doing nothing for the kids?
I feel like, child support became a thing because yeah, like through history, yes, there's been a tendency of men having kids and with
So women
multiple
just out
women.
here having children with men and saying he ain't got to do shit, and they don't give a fuck if he do nothing.
I'm sorry, say
Yeah.
that one more time.
Can I say something? As women can't go and put a belt to ass and make a man do anything, because then that
Yes, you
turns
can.
into something else. So we can only give the men the same thing we give them, the benefit of the doubt to be who they are and do what they can do or do what they need to do. But if you don't do it, our world is supposed to stop. We're supposed to what? Stop taking care of the children. And what are we supposed to do? No, we have to carry on. First of all, again, as a mother, I always say this. I've always heard that we bring these. I brought this child in this world, and this child didn't ask to be in this world. So I gotta toughen up and put my big girl panties on and be there. Like especially if I want to be a woman and a respectful woman and a mother and hold myself accountable. I'm gonna do what's right, and I'm gonna raise these
Are
children
you
regardless.
saying? But hold up, are you saying that you're not even thinking a father should do anything though?
Oh no, definitely not. I
That's
mean,
what, because that's the point that he was making, and I thought that was strange. I think
right,
a woman saying, "I ain't gonna waste my time keep chasing after this nigga" might be one
right,
thing, but to
You
say that
can't
right.
change a bum though.
she
You
like,
can't
"Oh,
change a
you could
bum.
just go ahead, clock out, I ain't worried about
No,
it." I
no.
think
That's
that's
why
a
I said
fucking lie.
we can't put a belt to his ass. You know, some women
I
carry
think
on
you can.
crazy, and what happens? We end up getting domestic violence charges and all these other charges,
Mm-mm.
and things look
You can
bad.
drop that baby off at his mama house and leave for the weekend.
I mean, I wasn't defending the
Yeah,
man not
that's
doing
still
anything
putting it on the
wrong.
woman, though.
Why you put it on
I'm
another woman
saying
though?
the
I'm
fact
not gonna
that
lie. Like,
it's
I don't
not
give a damn.
always men who
Go
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 home.
get it from your mama. Drop it off at his daddy house, his grandma house. It don't fucking matter. It don't matter.
So, hey, all right. So I
Listen,
got a
hold
question. So say
on. You
y'all
can't have a
co-parent.
question when I'm in the middle of my statement. Listen, ma'am. That's a part of the rhetoric that's problematic. Saying, "Oh, it's your baby. You have the baby anyway. You're gonna have to know." Force these men in any capacity that you can to take care of their children. Whatever you have to fucking do, force them to take care of their children. It that's just what it is. Like y'all can't keep telling women it's your baby. Oh well, that's the rhetoric that got us into the spot we in now because these men know that the women gonna take care of the kids regardless. Tell them you don't got enough.
And
The
then
baby
what? Are,
gonna go to school without no shoes. I'm
and
sorry.
Lynn, and then what are the men gonna grow up and then say as they get older? My mama ain't do shit. She should have done more. My daddy tried his best, but he a good man. I got a great relationship with a nigga who left me for the first 18 years of my life. But my mama, she was bitter. Like, you're not doing your kids no favors by taking care of your kids. Put that baby over there with that man so he can understand exactly who the fuck his daddy is. He ain't gonna make up no Superman figure who just was trying all his life but just couldn't get it together. That child needs to know their father, the good and the bad, so they have an absolutely clear picture of who their father is.
That's
That's what they
right.
need to see. So I don't want to see no man 25 years old romanticizing an absentee nigga who won't dare, but then complaining about what he didn't have enough growing up when his mama was struggling. You should have been over there with your daddy. So you could maybe make sure you evaluate us both equally. That's it. I'm gonna meet up.
Yeah, women be thinking it's better my baby struggle with me than struggle with the daddy. No, the man gonna feed the baby if you drop him off over there. It may not be what you feed the baby, but he gonna figure it out. Y'all be wanting the baby to have the same lifestyle when he over there with you as he no. Make him do what he gotta do. And if you keep dropping the baby off over there and he gotta do whatever, if they gotta get on the bus, him and the baby, you like, I don't want my baby walking. I don't want my baby on a bicycle. No, nah, the baby gonna be on the bicycle with him. He gonna have to do what he gotta do.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a point earlier about turning the kids or whatever against the mom. I mean against the dad, whatever. That lets you know what age the dad is trying to come at to get into the life. Because if when the baby's born, y'all going 50-50, the baby's not understanding language yet. So what age are you
nah,
coming
word.
back in that now the child believes something about their dad? If you had your baby when your baby was a month old and 4 months old and 6 months old and 8 months old, your baby don't understand language. There was nothing to turn against. So you coming back in, and that's what dudes will do. Them 4, 5, 6, 7 years that you missing out. Now you coming back talking about the state of your relationship with your child. You didn't have one, and y'all like to erase. Y'all like to start parenting wherever you want to fucking start parenting. Right there, like your child didn't exist before you. Absolutely the fuck not. That just says where you came in. That's all I'm saying. Let me get up.
And you guys, the movie Baby Boy.
Hold up,
Okay.
y'all. I don't know why I got this restriction. Can y'all tap the screen and y'all can give the 1 cent gifts to support and what is it, fruits in the chat? I don't know why the fuck I got this restriction. Go ahead, ma'am.
The movie Baby Boy, when he was kept coming to her house. I want to see my son. I want to see my son. In reality, it wasn't really about the son. To some men, they just want to be in a woman home. They just want to drive
Thank
her
you,
a car. They just
Douglas.
want to be up under her. They want to be back with her. But they use the child, them coming to see the child, as a form of way for them to come back into the door. And I've experienced that. I've experienced that. And then when the child finally gets the age where the child can pick up the phone and say, "Hey, dad, you coming to get me? Hey, dad, you taking me to the park? Hey, dad, I need this, I need that. Hey, dad, and then the dad doesn't do it. It's a whole different scene. And I'm glad, like, I'm to that point. I don't have to feel like I'm chasing, calling, and begging and having to deal.
Drop it off at the barbershop with you. And in the car seat for safety or a stroller if you don't got a car. That way you can walk with the baby. But I'm gonna drop it right off at the barber shop and the barber chair, right in the middle. I'm gonna wait till you in the chair getting a haircut, drop the baby off, and then I'm gonna run back to my car and I'm gonna leave for vacation for the weekend. Now, with the diaper bag and everything, there you
Whole
go.
time that's just
Figure it
marriage.
out.
Like
Just like the
that's
mother
just
had to
niggas
figure it
being
out.
together,
You
bro.
figure it out too. You'll be all right. Figure it out. Drop the kid off with the daddy. Drop it off with the baby, with the mama, with the daddy. That's why if you don't know where a nigga mama live, you shouldn't be having no baby by him anyway. You gotta know where his mama live, just in case you need to drop the baby off with his mama. Be
Yeah,
like,
but
hey, Miss Shirley, we just came by to see you. And when she let you in, be like, hold on, let me go get something from my car and pull the fuck off.
yeah, but what if your kid's
And when
father
she
tell you he
texts you,
gonna
where
take
you
your
go?
kids to defects? He gonna take your kids to defects if you drop them off.
No,
He
he
tells you that.
won't.
Thank you,
No, he won't.
Princess.
No, he won't. He can
Like
tell
they
me
in the
whatever he want
car.
to tell me. I'm gonna be in
Like the
Mexico.
daddy could take the
And
kids to
what they gonna
defects.
say?
What the
What
We
fuck?
don't
what
even know
they
what
gonna
defects
say?
is. We don't even know what that is. How we gonna take them somewhere we don't even know what it is?
DCF.
Y'all know what that is.
We
Department
don't
of
know what
Children's
that shit
Services.
is either.
Yeah.
See, y'all not strong enough. That's why y'all making all kind of excuses.
Oh yeah.
They not about to take the baby to CPS.
Hold
They
on, y'all
gonna do what
gotta.
they have to do. How you gonna
Yeah,
take your
see,
own
it's
baby to
child
CPS? This
abandonment.
your child.
They can say
That ain't
that.
child abandonment. That's the grandma house.
Do y'all got nicknames for
That's why I said
everything?
they can
She
say
just
child
said
abandonment for us.
defects.
'Cause if if
Huh.
their name ain't on the birth certificate and they the dad though, they could say that. So
See, y'all not about that life. Y'all
Hey, say the dad just want just want the kids, but like he
was
just want to
right.
pick the kids up, but he don't want to be like seeing the baby mom. You feel me? Is that an
That's
issue,
what I'm
or
saying.
do y'all want to? Would y'all be saying like, oh, why can't you pick the kids up from the baby mom? Like, well, the dad and the baby mom don't get together, but she trying to force a.
I'd rather
Pick
have
the baby
somebody
up from
else come pick
school.
him up, but he always wants to. I don't want to meet with this
Pick the
man.
baby
I
up from
want to.
school.
Hell no.
Right.
Pick the
They
baby
I
up
do
would
from school
like
and take the
exchanges.
baby
a
back to
third
school.
party.
cause my baby mom personally shit. I told her just get a kid from to her mom, their grandma, and I'll pick them up. And she like, no, you can just pick them up from me. I ain't adding nobody else into this. But everybody in their family be babysitting my kids more than me. So it's like,
Okay, we don't
you
care.
feel me?
But that's why they
Nah, but
arrange
y'all trying to
here.
make it seem like society is all about women's situations. It's not. You might
No,
not
bro,
be
you
here
just
because
gotta choose
you might
better.
not have
You just
kids,
gotta
but
choose better, bro.
Here in
bro, how
Miami,
you
they
choose? You
put
don't know
you.
what
You
you
have to
have and
do
what you going
exchange
on
at
until
the
you have to
police
have kids,
department.
bro. Why do people when they have kids they
Hold up.
break
Why
up
would she have to
all of a
drop the
sudden?
baby?
You feel
Hold
me? But
up. Hold up.
the people get
Hold up.
married to the
Why?
people they
Hold
don't even
up.
have kids with. You
Sir,
feel
why
me?
would
So
she
like,
have
if
to
you
drop
don't
the
think about
baby
it that
off
way,
to
bro, you must
somebody?
not be going through that. So don't be
Hold
telling
up.
people.
Hold up. Why would she have to drop the baby off to somebody for you? Why would you be picking the baby up?
Because
That's
he bitter.
fucking
He say he
crazy.
don't want to see her. I
No,
said pick the
I
baby up
said
from
I'm gonna
school.
pick the baby up. I'm telling her to get the kids to her grandma. I'll pick them up from her grandma's house. She like, no, I'm gonna just meet you. That's it. It's not me. It's
It
her.
sound like you the one who needs a go between when you can just go get your child from school.
Like me, I
Yeah,
gotta
pick
go.
him
I
up
actually
on.
gotta
Yeah.
be in court and do all this stuff, which I already went through. You feel me? So it's like that's the whole situation. Now it got to be a
So
different
hold up. Did the court
situation.
arrange that, or you trying to arrange it?
Can I ask everybody a question on the panel though? Because I hear a lot of people say women need to choose better. So okay, I
Some people is
understand that. I
like,
understand that, right? But if there's a man out here and he has 10 kids by 6 different women, all the women need to choose better? Or is there something wrong with that man
They come from the same
at some
community.
point?
They got
Like what
community
the
learning.
at
They went
some
to the
point,
same
is there
school.
something wrong with the man? Because he's not getting told to choose better. He's getting
Well,
told
it's
he's okay.
both. No. At
So he
that point,
keeps
it's
going.
both.
And the women don't even know. Sometimes the women don't know because he might not say he have kids because he's a deadbeat.
Okay, at that point, it's both. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it's both. And but the thing is the women already had the babies. Like they can't choose better because they already done chose.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, the man just needs to be a better man. But at the end of the day, stop giving men chances. Like y'all want both. Y'all want us to be up here telling the men to be better men so y'all can choose the men with the 5 baby mamas, and that ain't happening. Stop fucking with men with kids. Period. Period. Period.
Well,
Tell the
some
Ain't,
young
men lie
ain't
girl.
about
no
their kids.
system though.
Some
Ain't
men
no
don't even
system
say
to
they
know.
have kids
Yeah, ain't no
until you
system.
deep in
He
the
just
relationship.
move to North Carolina and
Like, how
start
would you
over.
know?
He moved to
This
North Carolina and
weekend.
start over. Move to Georgia. Move to
Crazy.
Texas and start
That's why I
over.
said you
And
can't have
ain't no
no kids with
system.
no man who don't
With no
have.
man.
You ain't know where his mama live.
Yeah, about to
Go
say
meet
you
his
don't
Exactly.
know
fucking
it.
mama.
All right.
Go
I see
meet
what you
his
say.
family.
You gotta see first. You gotta
Somebody
vet them
gonna
out.
tell you. At the very least, go meet his fucking family. What if he can't bring you around his family? Then you shouldn't be having no kids
Thank you,
by the man.
Gaslight.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna be
penguin dope.
honest. You gonna
Hey,
find out some
Drika.
But
information.
look, look, ma'am. Listen to
Go
this.
meet
Right.
his
I
homeboys and
know a
their
person.
girlfriends.
I
Somebody
know a
gonna give you
person
the
that is
tea.
habitual baby daddy. He don't never have his kids. So you can go around his family. They're gonna lie too. There's no
They
kids
gonna lie and
around.
say he
They
ain't got
never.
no
They
kids.
never go to see you. Never go to see his kids. I don't know if they gonna lie and say that, but
How you
they.
know he got kids then and he a habitual baby daddy?
Because she got one with
Well,
him. Duh.
I knew he was had kids because I had kids when he didn't have kids. So I'm like the
Oh,
first
you're
one.
you're you're number
So
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the thing. So it's the crazy thing. The person keeps going but the
How
person
do
So he
you
I
don't take
know?
know
care of
the
your
person
Hold
doesn't
up,
have
kids?
his
hold
kids
up,
because I'm one of the people he
hold
don't have
up,
his
hold
kids with,
up.
and I know
How
his
you
other baby
know?
mamas he
Hold
don't have
up.
their kids either. So
How do you
you would
know?
not know if he
I
had
really
kids,
want,
and he could deceive a
ma'am,
woman. He could deceive
ma'am,
any woman.
ma'am,
Mhm.
ma'am.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you know your child was the first one? Is my question.
Right. Well, I mean, because
That's
I feel like
exactly
we
my
was young when
point.
we had our kids. It was
Yeah, but
22.
you don't know if he was the first one though. And I'm saying that to actually support your point because these niggas will have kids and not
Yep.
say nothing.
And they family won't say
Um,
nothing either. Won't tell you if they got. Won't say nothing. This family. Okay. It's a family that sticks
So
together
what? I'm like, so
with
what?
wrongdoing. With wrongdoing. So. Mm-mm.
Do you want your kids' dad around?
No,
So
I
my
don't.
question
Not anymore because
is,
like he don't want to be around. I don't want nobody to be around that doesn't want to be around. So I
No,
don't call. I don't.
I didn't ask if you want him to be around because he wants to be around. I
You
asked, do
mean
you
be
want him around?
involved? Be involved.
I would
Being
like.
so my
around.
I
question
would like
is,
a
what
dad
do
to
you link
raise.
up with
I
the
would like
baby
them to have a
mamas?
dad to raise them. They need a father, but
So if he was a bad
So
guy
my
and you
question
would
is,
want to
hold
have him around
on.
to raise him. Hmm.
not in my life. No, he has too many kids with too many different women. No, I couldn't. Yeah, he
So
could be
my
around to
question is,
raise
do you
them.
link up with the other baby mamas after they have the baby, not before they have the baby? You don't wonder what, like, what's tea? Do you be like, oh, you had his baby, now you're a part of the club?
No,
Like,
most of the times they find me and I never know about it. I'm the one that's in the dark because I don't go looking through a man's phone. I don't do all that. I don't have time. I have a life.
how many kids do
So,
your baby daddy got?
he about 10. Probably on baby number 6, baby mama number 6 now. I believe. I
And y'all,
can't.
are
I
y'all
lost count.
friends, the baby mamas?
I don't. The rest of the baby mamas after all of the ones, the first ones, I didn't. I can't. I don't know them, so I don't. We're not friends.
You, okay. So you
Yeah, I
only know
wouldn't.
what? The first one? The second
Yeah,
one? The second baby?
I only know the second baby mama and the third baby mama.
So your kids don't know they siblings.
No,
That's crazy.
they don't. That's not my fault though. He doesn't want to be around. He doesn't get
No,
them.
yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't.
no,
Need to get
I
together.
agree. I think that is the father's
He doesn't
responsibility.
want to get them. I let him. I say he tells women he gets with other women like she don't want to let me. I'm like, yeah, you can get them. He was like
No, but
surprised. He
like
was
I
so
like
surprised. I'm like, you can get them. I want you. I've been wanting you to since they were born. What's the problem? You just can't live with me. You want to live with me. and stay with me and be around me. I don't want you around me. So I like to do a third party. He don't want to do a third party. I just don't want to be around him. He don't like that part. He wants us to meet up and all that. I don't want to do that. I want to be separate and the kids have their father and we could be like we could have been had a friendship, but he likes to take it to another level. I don't want to take to that level with you because it never will happen. I want to let him know you got two. I would never do that. So I just want to keep it cordial, you know.
Wait,
And
you
it seemed
judging him
like
for
baby. It
having
seemed
too
like
many
it's
baby
like a
mamas,
stigma
but you
on that.
made
Like
him a
baby
single
mamas and baby
father?
daddies can't just keep it cordial. You're friends now. We're not anything else.
So hold on, you don't want a man because he got too many baby mamas, but you made him a baby daddy. Like you was the first one, so you did that to him, and now you holding it against him.
He has
Shut
6.
up,
What the
Gaslight.
hell?
You started that. You turned him into a baby daddy.
No, I wouldn't have turned him to a baby daddy if he wasn't out there making babies with other women.
You turned him to a baby daddy. He wouldn't have been a baby daddy with
What?
his first kid if it wasn't for you. You did that.
Well, I had 3, but
Y'all
God
playing
damn.
around. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like,
yeah, it's okay.
um, I know that a lot of women figure that out, but like if it, you that's not her responsibility, y'all. Like
Yeah, I
the
can't make
reality
him.
is this
Yeah, come
man
on.
out here, hold up. This man out here having all these kids and it's his job to make sure these kids know who they are. Like he's the one who had the relationship with the women. The idea that a woman has to go now have this established relationship with this other woman that she don't know because him and her got together is insane. That's insane.
All right.
Um Crystal, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Hi, ladies on the panel. Okay, so I was just scrolling and I happened to see this. So the question says, society shames mothers to be prepared to be perfect, so fathers can get away with doing nothing. So I said in the chat, and I'm not sure if you guys seen it. I said basically this is an understatement because not only does society shame women, they also prepare women, right? And I mean, you could disagree to agree. I feel
Thank
like,
you, Ain't everybody.
huh?
Not, I go ahead. You can keep going.
I feel like not only do women get shamed as mothers, but they also get prepared to be single mothers when the father does lack of. You know what I mean? Because you could have a woman who just, let's just say a woman just had twins and this man don't want to do nothing. You could do all the dropping off at the mama's house, all this goofy stuff, and because if the mamas don't like you, they could call CPS or DCFS, however it's called in your city, and now they try to make it seem like you unfit, but you just say, "Hey, I need help," and they like that's another look on it. But the problem is not only to say why I say society actually kind of prepare you for it, because they say, well, since he ain't doing nothing, we'll help you get low income or Section 8 or whatever it may be called in your city. That's almost like literally preparing because not only that, even if he want to come back and try to be a daddy or whatever the hell he trying to do after so many years, because you know how they do, he can't live because we helping you. Unless if he do his
Thank
part,
you, Gaslight.
we not gonna help you no more. You know what I mean? So it's like not only do they shame us, but they prepare you because they try to help give you these resources, which the resources they giving you is the lack of his part. Because he ain't doing when he should be doing this. He should be helping provide however much food they need for their nutrition. He should be helping for clothes, schooling, etc. Right? But society will make it seem as if, oh no, well, you should have picked it better. You should have did. You could have thought you had the best person. But once a woman get married, once a woman have a kid, men shift. They change. They'll do a whole 360. Some men will do a whole damn 360. You like, damn. You act like you want it. Da, da, da. So my thing is not only do society shame women, they also will help prepare you for it. And you still then you get double shame. Oh, Section 8, low income. You know what I mean? It's like, well, damn. And I learned this and noticed this as a young mother, which is why I only had one kid. So, girl, not only does it shame you, but it also prepare a lot of women That's just my take on it.
Uh,
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Drika.
I agree wholeheartedly, Drika. I think you're absolutely right.
I ain't even say nothing. I'm trying to see if y'all can hear me, but it's too loud. I'm sorry. Let me mute.
See, I preemptively agreed that it was too loud. You should mute. Really good at what I do.
Don't start gaslight. Don't start. But I understood what Crystal was saying. That's why I think it's so important for as we talk to women and we are doing these case studies on these men for them to actually hear what they're saying and hear how they, double talk, double speak and not try to dictate to the younger women what to do, but so that y'all will be fully informed on the decisions you make and give yourself the time to critically think about why are you having children in a society that is going to find every way to excuse a man and his behavior. So it's not that you need to base your entrance into parenthood on that, but that's a major factor when you understand what it is to raise children. You need a village, and is this society equipped to be a village? No, because women get punished and men get excused. So, and I think that's all I want to say so far. But yeah, I'm sure y'all talked about it.
So we know what's going on. We know what's going wrong. What can we do differently as a society? Do we need to shame men more?
I think that's I think that's gonna be something on the men. I don't know. I don't know what the men gonna do, but I think that women need to accept men for how they are and how they always been, and we need to move accordingly in the like from now on. So I'm not trying to. I think my focus is women need to just see the monsters for what they are and make a decision based on them being monsters, not what you think they might be. This ain't
Well,
motherfucking Beauty and the Beast ladies. These niggas ain't gonna turn into it ain't gonna be no motherfucking ball or no fairy tale. No, these niggas is vile. And just know that out the gate.
well, we are the women. We are raising the boys. I guess a lot of them are single mothers. So, like, do we need to do something for the men that's coming up to not keep it going like this? Because
It's
So
not
maybe it's
here's
a
the
reason
thing.
because we're just by ourselves
Hold up,
doing
hold
it.
up. So,
We're
so
missing
hold up.
something. Maybe we're missing something.
No, 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 no. So it is important to understand like where it's coming from, right? The problem is again is the way that manhood is taught to young boys from their peers and media and other men. The idea is that like to be a man you can't be a woman, right? To be called a girl or a woman is supposed to be a derogatory term for a man. So it's like your mothers are saying these things, but you want validation of a man. See what I'm saying? So um when they're young, it's important that that they learn that their voice matter, opinion matters, um, so that they give some pushback and I feel like they have to conform the same way when it comes to like building up their self-esteem. But if you think you're just gonna tell them to do it and then that's how it's supposed to work, that's not how that works. Because you can say you need to do X, Y, and Z, but if they getting validation in his masculinity on the outside for doing something else, that's what he's going to do because the way it's taught is that to be manly, to be a man, is to have access to women. So when you see these boys out here trying to get with all these girls, they're trying to assert their masculinity, and it is no longer a thing about what he should be doing right. It's, oh, I need to get this label, and the result of it could be children that he wasn't ready to raise as a family. So like a lot of the things that a mother can do is building him up, not coddling, not like giving him praise for every little thing, but helping him value himself from a young age so he won't succumb to conformity, right? We can't change men's behavior, and it's been going on for a very long time. The only true thing that you can say to a woman to prevent this is not to have children.
As a mother raising boys, I appreciate that advice. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like I struggle because I'm like, how am I supposed to make boys into men, you know? Because with me, they're so emotional. They're really emotional. And they bring out the emotional side of me. And then when I try to toughen them up, then I get like, oh, you're
What do you mean
mean.
toughen them up?
When
What
I
do you
say
mean by
tough,
that?
like start being more firm, you know, like laying down the rules. You don't disrespect women. You don't disrespect your mom, you know, versus them thinking it was okay to hit a girl and the girl's hitting them and they don't hit back and things like that. Like that's one thing that they, you know, my boys had to struggle with. And I had to tell them, hey, you don't hit a girl, but they've come encounter with girls kicking them, pulling their hair and stuff like that. And I'm like lost for words to tell them, you know, how to go about it. I mean, my oldest, I've told him, hey, go and tell a teacher. If that person doesn't do anything and that child and the little girl keeps bothering you, go and find somebody else. Tell a security officer. You
What
know,
the thing about that is, right? Um, one I would just
You ain't
say
even
is
in
they
his
just
way.
can't be you, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was unmuted.
Okay, so one, you're not just telling them, right? It's supposed to be more of a conversation, and they supposed to be saying their own thoughts on it, right? And it could be a little confusing for boys because sometimes the girls are the same size, and in many cases the girls are bigger than them, so it don't make sense. So it's like it needs context. The reason, and it like you're not telling the teacher I'm at the fucking school because ain't nobody putting their hands on my child. That's when it's your turn to step up and be like, hey, I'm always here to support you. But at the end of the day, it's like they have to understand what's going to happen with their bodies and what's going to happen with the girls' bodies, to the fact that like this becomes a problem if this is your mentality now going into adulthood and when you become an adolescent. Because that, I think a lot of times it's like, well, she hit me, I'm just hit her back. All right, you 4 feet and she 4 feet three. All right, I can understand why you might see it like that. But the fact is, y'all both gonna go through puberty, and you're gonna be a lot stronger than her. And it's not you shouldn't do this and shouldn't do that. Let them see it and ask them, well, what's the problem with this? Well, if boys just feel like they can hit girls back and they become adults, what do you think is going to happen? I don't know.
right. But
You got to teach
listen,
them to call the police.
I have a 10-year old and there's a 7-year old that is crushing on him. And he's like, Mom, she just told me she loved me. And I was like, um, I think I told him my response was, you know, son, she's going through some motions. She's getting older. You guys are, you know, at the age where you guys are going through motions. And it's okay. I guess, you know, she's a girl. She probably thinks you're cute and she like you or whatever. You and her spending all this time playing game Minecraft together and stuff like that. um, but then I didn't know where to go after that. But he's already on ahead of me. He's like, Mom, she's 7 years old. I'm 10.
So, as a man, you know what I would have told my son if he came to me and told me that? The exact same shit. That's the reality of it. They're kids. It's not this big thing where it's just inconceivable that kids are going to say things that they don't understand or don't have a full conceptual grasp of it. You've been a woman, would have been no different than me being a man. I'd have said the same thing.
I want to answer the guy's question when he said, "What do we do? Do we just keep blaming men for like how this question, the original question went?" And I wanted to say to you, like, no, we don't just blame men. What we do is we start to take accountability. We teaches our daughters. Like, I have a 19-year-old daughter who will be 20 in July. We teaches them, don't give yourself to any man because that's soul ties and you'll have this connection with them. We teach them to not give a man a child until marriage because you want all them resources. You want to make sure y'all plan for these children. So what we do is we don't keep repeating the cycle because again, it does start with us. It does start with us allowing the man to sleep with us and, keeping the kid and not aborting the kid. Well, now they got all these abortion rules. That's another story. But that's what we do. We start to teach our daughters to not have so many kids. Don't depend on these government resources. So that's what I do. But that's what I'm starting to also see other mothers doing. More so educating their kids because you don't want to keep repeating the cycle. You know what I mean? And for me, thank God my daughters listen because again, she'll be 20 and she have no kids. Unlike a mother.
Yeah, a lot of the younger generation is having kids, and I think like the thing is like you're told that, oh, you get married, right?
Mhm.
You get married and y'all date and do all these things, then that's how it's supposed to be. You'll be fine. Like that's the way to protect yourself. The reality is that's not a protection, right?
That's true.
Except that if you have a child, the way this world is set up, that's going to be your child, and you're going to be responsible. And if that man don't step up,
That's
you're going to be to blame for it, because society's going to blame you. Not only society, you're going to be sitting there blaming yourself because you're going to get constant scrutiny from people. You're going to be sitting there blaming yourself like you did something wrong. So everybody gonna be pointing the finger at you. It's gonna be your responsibility. It's gonna be a lot of motherfucking work. It ain't you just get married and the man show up. That ain't a motherfucking truth.
That is true too. But it's another thing to teach your child about a level of class with themselves and understanding not having multiple kids with multiple men. It look even more crazy to have multiple kids by multiple
Hold up,
women
pause,
with
pause,
no.
pause, pause. But
Go
that's
ahead.
that's a hold up. The thing is it can't be so much of what you're saying. That's why I say it's important that kids are speaking up for themselves too, and they can utilize some critical thinking because I think that's harmful too when women have children by a man and they want another child and they circle back to the same nigga that they was fucking with before because, oh, I'm not supposed to have more than one by more man, right? But that nigga, what if he passed away and she want another child? What I'm saying is you need to set yourself up for fucking the future. Like if he fuck up, then you have something that's going to help you with that extra support. Maybe see how the family is. Are the family child centered? Are they focusing on taking care of the children? Right? Because the thing is, it's like if you're going to be having children, you need a village. Not that nigga ain't gonna do shit for you. That's just the reality of it. But I think that the younger women who not having kids, shout out to them. Cause like fuck trying to figure that shit out. Cause like at the end of the day, some shit you just ain't gonna be able to protect yourself from. So if you want to escape all of that, just don't have no motherfucking kids. Why you want kids in the first place?
That's a good take, and I agree with that to a certain degree because for me, I started with making sure that she understand how important her education is, which is why she got her trade and she's making her money and she's doing very well for her age group. I always told her make sure you can hold your own because also I have also talked to her, letting her know that in a marriage things do go left. However, you need to know how to survive and know how to handle your own business. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just also teaching her how to actually just be a better woman in society, going against what we see, like basically for this topic. So that's just my take because again, a lot of times we females, what I learned, they still, even after you teach them, they still have to learn things on their own, so they still get into things. Well, women rather, we get, in order for us to want to get into things, sometimes we still got to go through stuff and do stuff that the opposite of what our parents told us because we just want to see. But at the same time, you listen to what you want. But for me, it's always been education, making sure you be able to hold your own. Hopefully you get into a relationship where you actually looking at this guy and you really diving into him and how he was raised and making sure he's actually into something. My whole goal with her is make sure you get with a like-minded person, a person who's ambition about something.
Hold up. No. The reason why I was saying his family, not him, because your family could be one place, you could be something different. The reality is like in this society, let's be honest, you can cross all the T's and dot all the I's. If you have a child, the child is your responsibility. Because there are women who are married to men, family involved in everything, and they still at home doing all the fucking work. Like that, there's no way to escape it. And I think that's an important part of what women need to
Right,
admit to themselves
Start being
that you,
independent.
if hold up, if your situation turned out different, you got lucky. It's not that you did everything right. That's just not how
right,
that works. You never know what's gonna happen in life, and that's the problem. We not honest about that fault. We like, well, if you do this, you got that man, you vet that man, and all this bullshit. You don't know what you're gonna end up with. You don't know. It's like playing Russian roulette, and things
right.
can turn out anyway. But just know at the end of the day, you're going to be the one responsible. You and only you.
That's true. That is true to a certain degree too.
And then they're gonna
Go
pick
ahead.
you apart. Then they're gonna try to pick you apart as much as they can, no matter how hard you try. Now you're a single mother. They're gonna still try to find reasons to pick you apart.
Go ahead, Curry. Curry, you on mute. They I get told y'all to give me a restrictions. They not sending nobody new in here, y'all. Did anybody on the panel want to say something?
I wanted to piggyback off where the whole conversation was about the grandmother and the grandfather and things like that. And mothers. Some of the mothers were taking, again, that's another woman that is coming in and again taking on all the responsibility and accountability for the men. So from experience, I've been like belittled and things like that. Then I've been celebrated or congratulated, or I've heard, oh, I'm so grateful that my grandson is from a mother like you. Because I've known other mothers that drop their kids off and leave them for days and days and don't leave them with food and this and that. And you are not like that. I've
Well,
been
hold
even,
up.
go ahead.
But hold up. Why would a mother have to drop off food with the child though?
No, she
That's
was saying like to other people, not like to the grandmother. She was saying like the women that she's known, women that would drop off their kids just randomly to certain people's house and things like that, leave
who the
them.
random people. Hold on, who the random
Probably
people?
like a friend girl, or something like that, or not necessarily relatives, friends or just strangers that they probably met a couple of days. They're just leaving their kids and
I
dropping them
think
off,
that's
or like a
bullshit. I'm gonna be
babysitter.
honest. No. I'm gonna be honest. That sounds like bullshit. Because first
Right.
of all, if you agreeing with another person that you gonna help them take care of kids, and then you like, oh, I need food for them too. Why wouldn't you just provide the food for the kids?
Well, I know I drop my kids off with food no matter where I drop them off at.
Yeah, I hear
Um,
what you're
right.
saying. I hear what you're saying, but y'all gotta understand. And it's weird when people start inserting themselves because now it end up being a little competitive. When the reality is like the society we live in needs children. It's children
Right.
of people, and society needs people.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, then it becomes, well, if you bring your child here, you need to have this and this and this.
Right.
And the same people who tell you need to have children, don't want to show up to help you support the children, which is crazy. So if you like, you gonna watch the kids, I gotta go get food too. That don't make sense.
Right. Well, I just know, like, I couldn't see myself bring myself to just keep throwing my sons off or my kids
But that's
off.
what I'm saying. You doing it. You wanted to bring up this other woman so you could put yourself on a pedestal, and that's the problem too. I originally made this prompt because there was a video of this woman saying that she didn't want to be friends with women who are low effort mothers or whatever.
Hmm.
Not mothers, just low effort mothers. So her expectation was that they would do X, Y, Z a certain way, right? That they, again, on the mother. In this situation, she was talking about, clearly the father wasn't in the picture. The mother was like, she didn't want to do a birthday, and she like, well, I would never do that. Now it's a competition, right? And all
Hmm.
it was a bunch of women in the comments talk about, well, for me, I would cancel my birthday, the birthday, and I would do this. And now we're competing. And that's what
Right.
I'm saying. The reason why I'm not saying men are shaming, I'm saying society shaming. Women do the same thing. And we will throw a woman under the bus just to say, look what I'm doing. You ain't
Right.
doing shit. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? Like, we gotta cut that shit out.
Right. And that's
So
what I'm
you want to
saying.
be,
Like,
cause, and that's what I'm saying is it end up being a competition amongst women to be super mom, and that shit is
right.
fucking weird. The reality is
Yeah.
women don't get enough support in the society that we live in. Women ain't
Right.
getting no goddamn support. So it's no, just because you showed up with a fucking birthday cake don't make you better. You just compensating for what society not setting up for you, and I think
Right.
that's crazy.
Right. Because
So you should
that's what the
stop doing
grandmother
it.
was
No, no, I'm
doing.
talking to you specifically because you're
No, but I
upholding
didn't
it
do
when you
that.
do
I
that.
was trying to tell you what the grandmother did. I didn't do
No,
that.
no, no.
That's,
And then you talked about what you did. It's a competition. That's what I'm saying. You falling for it.
I mean, it's just a me thing, Like, I
I
just
know it's
feel
a me
like
thing.
that,
What's
yeah.
you're falling for it is the whole point. If y'all
Okay.
see these topics and you think, oh, this must be everybody else and not me, you've already failed at it. The reality is, I'm talking about everybody, and I'm not excluding myself. If you ever putting another woman down and saying what she not doing, and then follow it up by what you're doing, you're competing with her. That's the problem. You're upholding the expectation. Well, how you gonna drop the kids off without food? These niggas be abandoning the fucking kids. Kids ain't eating 2 days. What are you talking about? If adults are around and children are hungry and need food, provide food. Because I tell you what, when you get old and can't work, you expect that same fucking child to pay taxes so you can get Social Security.
No, I was saying the grandmother said that about women. That's what the
You
grandma,
brought it
her,
up though.
right. But
You
I
brought
was
it up
trying to tell
though.
you that she's the
I just
one
feel
that
like you're
was
not
saying
receiving
that.
any of the information she's giving you.
I receive it, but I just want to make sure that I was making a statement that the grandmother was doing what she's saying that I possibly am doing. And I was just trying to let her know that at one point the grandmother would tell me, oh, I'm grateful that my son
And
has
then you
a
would say, and then
grandma.
you would say to her, and then you would say to her, why you just
No,
could
I didn't
provide
say
food for the
anything.
fucking kids then?
No, I never said anything to her. I never said
So
That's
anything
she's
the
to her.
saying
point.
that you need to tell her that why you didn't correct the grandma or you let the grandma sing praises to you.
No, I didn't correct her at any point in time. I just was just basically let her know,
Clearly,
like,
and that's the problem.
I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes they're your elders, and
And
I'm,
that's okay
I'm
if they're elders, but
right.
that's the thing. If it's children are a part of society and they're people. If you seen a homeless person and they were hungry, you would give them food. So if you're dropping a child off to somebody who's an adult, they should be able to provide food. That's a normal thing that should be expected. You shouldn't feel like less of a mom or a bad mom because you don't do it. If my son go with his grandma all the time, she never even asked me for money for the food. She just feed him and bring him back. That's because he's a child. Like that's society's putting that pressure on her, and now she's putting that pressure on you, and you can respectfully say something to an elder and say, hey, I don't like that, and I don't like how you're saying this to me, or I don't feel like that's an okay thing to say. That's okay.
Yeah, like, cause I would say it's some grandparents. Next time a motherfucker do that, it's some grandparents who have their debit card stored on their grandchild phone, and they can order Uber Eats or Amazon whenever they want.
Every
Like,
time
whips it
my
to
my
you.
kids see their grandma, she got
Mhm.
something in that card to give them. I've never once said, Mom, I'm gonna bring them with their food. At most, maybe a diaper, because some of them is still in diapers. And I have several children, too many maybe. And it's never been even when I send them with my sister, I don't have to be like, oh, let me drop off food. She like, okay, just send them with me. She'll even take them for a year if she needs to. That's because that's what you're supposed to do. And she's a mom. It shouldn't be every time I take my kids somewhere, I make sure they got everything they need. Okay, and dads drop off babies with girlfriends, mama, whoever, and never drop the baby off with nothing because the mama bringing a packed bag every time. Why don't that nigga have everything that child need if it's his child?
but he's not expected to. It's the bare minimum to provide for a child if you have a child in your vicinity. As a mom, anybody child around me is gonna get fed and be taken care of and be safe because they're a child. Like, I'm an adult. That's what society should do. Society hates moms, shames them, but wants more children and more future workers. That's weird. It's that simple. And anytime a dad is even active or does anything, he gets an applause. It's the bare minimum.
Well, just to clear up, I've never had to drop off the child and the grandmother asked me to leave food. Like, that was not what I'm saying. I was just saying what she's told me from what she basically, probably in her time, what she experienced, even when she told her
No,
son
hold
not
on. No,
to
no, no, no.
sign.
Hold up. No,
Mhm.
you didn't point out that was problematic. You didn't say that's upholding the shaming of mothers. You said it, and then you said, "Well, I do this," and instead of
Okay.
you having a reflection moment on like what happened, you getting defensive about it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
listen, nobody getting a Mother of the Year award today. None of y'all
Right.
motherfuckers. Like, that's the
Right.
problem. If you think you coming up here to get a fucking award, we not giving them out today. The
Right.
reality is like it's too much fucking pressure on women to have everything together.
Right.
Especially if she raising a child on her fucking own. And then she have to now you gotta have the checklist done too if you want support. What the fuck is that? That's crazy.
Right. I was just speaking on like grandmothers and like when you go into the family and looking into the family part. I did that, you know. The mother even told him not to sign the birth certificate based on what she experienced when she had got pregnant. She got pregnant and it wasn't another man's own, so she threw the child on another man and she wanted him
So,
to
like,
just kind of go
let me
by
ask
that.
you a question.
Hmm.
What did you learn from that you can tell a young woman? What did you learn from your situation with the grandmother that you can tell? Because it's too late for you. It's a wrap.
Right,
We
right,
ain't got no, like, it's time for you to let that go and do what's best for your children. And this
right.
isn't a, like, trauma dumping session, but what information can you now pass on to the next generation, like the young women, before they have kids? What would you do differently?
I would basically tell them to wait or make sure that, I mean, do their best to really get to know and spend time around that family and that man and this his mother before you even take anything farther. Like, that's all I can say, and that's all I would have really did. I really would have spent more time around the family and got to know everybody just as much as I end up getting to know them after I found out I was pregnant.
Is it are we able as women, and I'm asking this to you particularly, but to all women, do you think we'll be able to, as women, because it don't sound like, I think we in different generations, and I think like it don't sound like your generation of women are able to come to the conclusion or even like verbalize don't have kids at all, or have as many as you can take care of by yourself? Why can't we say that?
We can. That's my advice, actually. And I'm Gen
No,
Z. I
well,
always tell
yeah, you
girls
Gen Z
that,
is different. That's what I'm saying. Gen X,
yeah,
you. It sounds
don't
like
have no child. You,
It sounds like she from Gen X or like an older millennial. And I'm asking, like,
oh,
I mean, I always tell someone don't have kids if you're not if you can't afford them, you're not ready for them. Don't have kids. Like, I've always tell even the young teenagers growing up that see me, and I tell them, I said, listen, this is not a walk in the park. Don't have kids until you're prepared. I tell my children, my boys, that too. You know, go to school, do what you need to do, focus on what you need, get your education, get a career,
you
whatever.
keep
Do
saying
what you need
until
to
you
do.
prepare, until you're ready. And it's
Right,
the same message. And I'm saying, y'all need to understand, as the older generation, don't have kids at all unless you want to take care of them by yourself.
right,
And it looks like if you have a kid, only have one. But your generation not even able to say that. Y'all of the generation of, if you have one, you need to have more than one because you can't leave the kid by himself. Like, no, only have one. If you've
Right.
already had a baby, don't have no more at all.
All that child might want a sibling to, need someone to
Just
keep
because a
them.
child wants a sibling, the child ain't gonna take care of the child. So that's a
Right.
terrible reason to have another child. Literally.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm pointing out like that. The information we have about motherhood is skewed coming from that upper generation because I can't, like, I'm barely starting to fathom what they think about like parenthood and having children. But no, it don't matter. Like, I get that. When I tell women from Gen X that if I have a kid, I'm only gonna have one. That's the information y'all give me. Oh, that kid might want a playmate. That kid might want to blah 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 blah. That was the problem. If you had
Hmm.
one kid and you know it's fucked up out here because your first baby daddy did whatever, the information from y'all should be don't have no more. That don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if you only have one kid and that kid want to play mate. They're fine. They'll grow up. They'll be all right.
Hmm.
I would tell the women before they have kids at a younger age because I still waited but it still was fucked up. But I would tell them to love yourself, enjoy your life, do what you love to do, and don't let a man be a distraction and don't let a kid be a distraction. Do what you love to do right now. And if you decide to have a kid down the line, you just know that I'll just let them know that it's a possibility that you'll be doing it on your own and you got to be prepared. But enjoy your life first and enjoy yourself, love yourself enough to know when it's time to leave too and know the warning signs. I would tell them that. I swear to God, I would do that if I could do this over again. I know the warning
I'm
signs. I
saying,
knew the
like,
warning signs. I just
you
didn't pay
need
attention
to,
to them.
and that's what we need to explain, that having children is a
Yeah,
sacrifice.
it is literally.
Right? Whatever your life is before them fucking kids,
Mm-mm.
don't think it's gonna be the same when that child comes. It's not, it's going to be different. Cause now instead of you figuring out what you want to eat on a Friday night, you trying to figure out how is this harming my child long term. Like you can't get out of that. You're gonna constantly be worried about the safety and well-being of your child. And your life is going to be different. It's going to be a sacrifice. You're not going to have time for yourself. You're not going to prioritize just yourself. You're going to come second each and every time. And we need to stop because it's a romanticized thing. And the lies that the young women learn that it's gonna be a man there to support me. No, the fuck he's not. That's what I'm saying about the marriage thing. Even if y'all married, you still going to do it on your own. You're
Hmm.
still going to have to do it on your own. It's he's not that shit you see in the movies when that motherfucker outside throwing the ball and shit. Tell me last time you saw a man outside throwing a ball with a fucking child. You don't see it. Go outside and look and find all the fathers spending time with their kids. Just him by himself with the kids, no mother around. He's handling everything. It ain't fucking happening. And when people see it, it's like a fucking unicorn. They want to put the shit on the internet. Be honest.
A lot of times I think that they like push the narrative that they did about like motherhood and having children because they didn't want to be the only ones doing it by themselves. So they like, oh, yeah, it's okay, girl. If you do it, just no, don't have no babies. That's the thing about millennials. Millennials gonna tell you in a heartbeat, don't have no kids. All the millennials I know with multiple kids, when I talk to them, they be like, "Girl, wait, girl, wait, girl, wait." I'm like, "When am I stop waiting?" They be like, "Never. Just don't have kids."
I
Well,
would
I
honestly think that I think a lot of because we gotta understand we're programmed to have children. Y'all can see now all the restrictions they're putting in place because of the declining birth rate and realizing that this is that society at large has a benefits from us having children. So they're going to tell you what the fuck they gotta tell you so you can have a fucking child. Once that child here, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't have nothing set up for you and that child. So like I think is essential that you really think, why do you even want to have the child? Because a lot of people again assume that if they have a child, they're going to be healthy and happy and everything will run easily. No, What if they have a health issue? What if they have a learning disability? What if they have a personality disorder? What if they colicky and they up sleep not sleeping at night? Like there's so many things that can go on, and we just assume it's going to just be smooth sailing because somebody told us that. And best believe when those problems arise, you are going to be responsible. You talking about you can't go to work like you need to because you got to be here to watch this situation with your child. Don't nobody give a fuck. And if you go to fucking social services and you need support, they gonna shame you for it. The same kids again that society wanted in the first place, the same kids that they want you to raise the work to support them. They don't give a fuck what you have to do to get them to adulthood. They don't give a shit.
Hmm.
That's on you. All of it's on you. And the thing is, you gonna have a man come in your face, fucking smiling, talking about, "No, I'm different. You special. I want to have a baby with you. I want to raise a family with you," and saying X, Y, and Z. What he gonna do? Know that nigga lying everything out of his fucking mouth. He's fucking lying.
But I did see just recently the ratio and the statistics on children. There's like women are not having children. It did say
Yeah, they're
that.
not. And guess what the government doing? They overturned Roe v. Wade. They're trying to get limit access to contraception. They try. We should be celebrating the fact that teen pregnancy down. These motherfuckers like, oh, let's figure out how to get it back up.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Tasha. You on mute?
She's on mute now. Oh, now she's off.
I don't know what's up with her connection.
But I feel like black people in general, like we got a fucked up perception as it pertains to age. Like I don't know why, like we believe the stereotypes that the men put out in our community. Like, oh, you don't want to have a baby too late. Oh, you can't have a baby too late. Oh, you can't have more than one baby. Oh, da 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 da. Like we believe the stereotypes. Like black people believe that 30 and 31 and 32 and 40 is old. Like why we believe that shit?
Yeah, having the kids at an early age is better. That's what they claim.
What reality is, if you have a child later, you're more likely. Hold up, Tasha. Now your background loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um, hold up. I'm gonna mute you real quick. But if you have a child later, the interesting part is you're likely to live longer because you want to take better care of yourself because you want to be there for your fucking kids. That's the crazy part.
Right.
More health risks. Ain't no fucking more health risks. And if it is, only have
That
one. Only have one.
nigga lying.
Y'all gotta stop trying to have like whole like come on. It's okay to only have one. Like let's destigmatize. If you have one, you gotta have more than one. All that bullshit.
But it's the society, like you guys said, even with filing taxes, they make it to where, it's almost like people are literally wanting to have children so they can get more off of taxes. Because if you don't have children and you're single, you don't get nothing much from taxes.
And I think that's bullshit. As much as you got spend, as much money you spend on kids, the tax money ain't extra money. That's money you getting back, and
Right.
there's only a small portion of what you paid.
What I said, it's a generational thing. That's your generation. I don't have any children. And I do not tell myself, oh my God, I need to have a baby so I can get tax money back. I still
Right.
probably won't get nothing back on my taxes. Goddamn, make the salary. And then you ain't gonna be worried about get a $7,000
Right.
raise. Go to school to get the extra $7,000. And then you ain't gonna have to worry about getting it back at the end at the beginning of the year. You ain't even gonna qualify for the shit. I don't even qualify for the shit.
That's why I'm in
Hold on,
college.
Yeah, like
hold on. I
y'all
just
be sending the
realized.
wrong messaging. Like the thing is, we be stuck. Like it's not that. Like we're stuck as a community. We're stuck in the same mindsets. We perpetuate the same mindsets. Ain't nobody learning. They said if it worked Don't change it. Why we still doing the same stuff? Why we still saying the same stuff? The older generation ain't learned shit. And the reason why I can say they ain't learned shit because they ain't teaching nobody shit. They telling us to say, like, y'all haven't observed or thought about none of the shit that they told y'all when y'all was younger to tell the new generation something new. And then y'all study combating the new generation. Like, we trying to tell the young girls something different, and then the older generation coming in and being like, no, 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 do it this way because when I did it, it didn't work for y'all.
Because they want grandkids, man. They
Right.
want grandkids.
And
That's
then
the
they be
thing.
proud to be
They figure like they
grandmothers
did
at an
their
early age.
time. Now you need to do yours. And they like, why y'all telling them that we want grandbabies?
Yeah,
Hold up, real quick, y'all.
They want the
Y'all,
young
real
girls to
quick.
serve they did.
Hold up, Lynn. I just realized something. I was gonna do a sub only live because they at 12, and I looked at the clock and realized it's way past 12 Eastern Standard Time. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody was looking forward to it, but I just realized I fucked up.
I really want to say a dark truth about the older women. It's because they want to see you struggle like they did.
I do it
They'll
tomorrow,
see their daughter
y'all.
struggling the same way they're struggling and be like, I did it, so you can do it too.
well, I mean, I'm a mother
I'm
of
not lying.
four. I got four daughters, and I tell all my girls not to have kids. And I'm 46 years old. I tell them don't. Only one of them has a child, but my other three are adults and they don't have any. And I encourage them to never have children. People don't tell you the psychological aspects of it, how traumatizing it can be, how detrimental to your mental health, and how you struggle with, you know, loving your kids but regretting them and going through that guilt. People don't tell you none of that, you know, and they don't tell you that, I have a daughter and I found out when she turned 21 that she has schizophrenia. People don't tell you that your kids can be sick. People don't tell you any of that, you know. People don't tell you the real thing. They think you being hateful or that you don't love your kids or that you just don't have love in you. You are
Are you
guilty.
bitter? They call you
Yeah.
bitter. Yep.
And I'm not, I love my kids. And I have to always have that disclaimer behind that. When I say I regret having, I always have to profess my love for them before I, like, no, like, I always have to do that, but I say no, don't have children. I regret having y'all, and I tell them that, like, I love y'all,
That's
but I
crazy.
regret. I don't say it in a way. I tell them I regret that I could not have been all that y'all needed. I should have been more prepared. I regret having kids at a young age. I regret getting married at a young age. You know, I regret the life that I gave y'all. And it was because me and your dad stayed together for 30 years. Well, not, I won't say 30, but 20 plus years doesn't mean that it was healthy. And we just have these conversations. And I say, I just don't want you, I don't want that for y'all. You know, and you looked at as,
Why you said it was crazy though? Who said that was crazy?
I said it was crazy only because the regret, you can feel it, but you don't have to tell the kids that. And also, it's a choice. Like, I have 4 kids. I chose to have.
I chose to have my kids too, but my ignorance is I was not prepared. I did not foresee how difficult it was going to be. You have kids in the late 90s, and you're married and all, and you think it's going to be, but it's not. The support starts to fall away. Everybody's too busy. People don't realize how hard it is until it's hard, and it doesn't get hard until they get older. People don't realize all those changes, no matter how healthy the environment is, those kids are gonna, things are gonna happen. And you have to deal with all of that. Life happens. And life is gonna happen with those kids. And people don't tell you that. And it don't mean, and you can have a healthy regret for the choices you make in your life. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also kind of crazy that she said she's sick when she has a mental illness.
It is an illness. It is flat out an illness.
Like that. Well, that's your life and your situation, and things may be going exactly the way you want them to go, but there are thousands of women to where things aren't going, and to look at your child and say, hey, I brought you in this world, and now you have to deal with a mental disorder. That guilt right there. You bring a child into this
But
But
world, and that
like,
child is sick.
let's stop acting like we're gonna be telling 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds and 15-year-olds the regretful part. Like, there's age appropriate conversations, and as a 20-year-old young woman, if you can't understand where your mama is coming from, then you got to be a selfish, entitled little motherfucker. You gotta like reestablish where you at, like, or how you taught that 20-year-old young woman to not have empathy for yourself, or young man, for other people. Because, like, and at that point you got to change courses anyway. Because
Yeah,
are we not
I think
humanizing our parents?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people need to accept. Thank you, George. Thank you, Tina. If y'all need to accept that if your mother could go back and do things differently, she would
She
have.
would. She
You're
would.
not you're not the greatest gift of her life. I'm sorry. I know she gotta tell you that, but if she can go back and live a different life, she would absolutely do it. Like, I think it's more healthy to say that than to keep it in and have this false idea. Because if your children have children and they live in, and they're not expecting the feelings and the emotions that they feel once they have children, then they're going to feel like they're horrible people because you didn't prepare them for the feelings that are going to come. You're not preparing them to feel guilt or to feel regret or to feel all the things that are human. You cannot over romanticize a baby. Those babies are going to be teenagers and adults, and no, all those things come with problems. Like, you cannot put a rainbow over everything. It's difficult. Hey, Gentle. What's up, Digital Auntie?
Hey Tara, hey panel,
How
hey
you doing?
chat. Hey, I just wanted to get on here. I think this is a interesting topic, and I'm so glad that we're talking about it. And I just want to say to you, Tasha, I see some of the people in the chat are like having a hissy about the wording that you're using, but I feel like it's important to say exactly how you feel. That's why we're in the predicament that we're in right now, because of the romanticizing of these things. Babies are fucking hard. Babe, having children is hard. Your whole life is going to change, and they might be a regret. And but to
Thank
say
you,
that,
Gentle.
say it, and talk to your kids. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I'm honest. I'm honest with her. Look, it wasn't easy having you and your brother, and don't have kids, and put all of your energy into you,
Hmm.
and you know what I'm saying? And ain't it's nothing wrong with that. And to stop trying to dress these feelings and these words up, like, take the medicine, because that's where the healing is going to start. Our community needs to be healed. We fucked up. We're fucked up, and it's because we're always trying to dress some shit up to make it
Hmm.
something that it is not. It's not. We were played. Women, they played in our face for a very long time. They used our bodies for their advancement and their benefit. Like, let's wake up to that, and let's stop making this shit pretty when it's not.
No, it is not. Yeah, It is not. You know.
But I think that's part of the shaming, right? Because we can't even be honest about that conversation. We talked about that before. Like, can a mother still love her children and regret becoming a mother? And absolutely, because the interesting part is when motherfuckers start shaming their mama because their daddy wasn't around. Your mama wish she could have fucking got rid of your ass. She wish she ain't put herself. She wish she wasn't in that fucking situation. What are you talking about? Thank you, Gentle. Like, you over there blaming this mother. You better be glad she let you fucking stay in the house. That's what I'm saying. The entitlement, the self-centeredness is fucking crazy. Yeah, your daddy wasn't around. And she was like, fuck. I wish I can go back before I met that nigga. And motherfuckers be thinking, no, I'm the best thing to happen to that woman. Let me criticize her for doing X, Y, and Z. No. She wish your ass ain't exist either. Just like that nigga don't. Because like why you giving him grace and she can't get none? That's fucking crazy. You fucking ungrateful. You entitled. She made the mistake she made was fucking keeping your ass. I think that's some ungrateful shit. How motherfuckers sit up here and fucking criticize the parent who actually stuck around and not just raised them, but did all the extra work to fucking make up for the one that didn't show up. And that's fucking crazy. So yeah, she do regret your ass.
And
Yeah,
I just think that like as women in our society, as people in our society, especially black people in the black community, like all that like all that like making it cute stuff like Auntie said is out the window. Like y'all too sensitive about shit. And
Right.
I like y'all want to seek validation off some shit. Like we fucked up all the way around because not only are you sensitive, you need validation. So
Uh-huh.
that's why you too big like, and oh, my mama can't
Hold
tell
up,
me the
bro.
truth because it's gonna hurt my feelings. Like, head ass.
Hold up, Jayla. Hold up, Jayla. You saying you don't agree with demonizing me? Where is she? She's saying, how's she doing that?
By calling her child sick for having a mental illness.
it is an
Yeah,
illness.
don't nobody want to deal with that. Hold up,
Look,
Jayla. Let's be honest. Who the fuck want to deal with that? The
I deal
person
with
who
mental
got the
illnesses
mental
every
illness.
day.
No, the
It's
person
a
who got
human
the
thing.
mental illness don't want to deal with the mental illness. Why can't she be honest about that?
But
But most of them are genetic
and
and most of them
it's
are chemical imbalances and brain
it's
chemistry. And there's no reason to
schizophrenia.
call somebody who has a mental illness who already is struggling with it sick. Like,
It
it's
is
weird.
an
I just don't
illness.
like
If you
it.
don't
Schizophrenia
diagnose it
is
as
a
an illness,
sickness.
it is a
It's an
schizophrenia is an
illness.
illness. It is an
If you've
illness.
ever,
And skip,
I've directly dealt with someone with schizophrenia. That you're
and
sick when you're having a schizophrenic episode. You are for sure sick.
you know how hard it is, like because the person who I deal with schizophrenia is very, very close to me. The mother is very, very close to me. You know how hard it is for a mom dealing with an adult with schizophrenia because
Yes.
you cannot do anything about it. It's up
Mm-hmm.
to the adult, the same adult who is sick, to do something for themselves because you cannot force an adult with schizophrenia to take their medication. That's the only thing that's going to help them. And they
Mm-hmm.
don't like taking their medication because it doesn't make them feel good. But when they don't take their medication, they're at the risk for harm. It's a fucked up situation to be in as a mom because you feel helpless. You
Mm-hmm.
literally feel helpless because you cannot force your child who's an adult to take the medication. You just cannot do it. They're an adult. They can legally make their own decisions. You can't sanction them. You can't force them. You can't tie them down. That's why there's so many people who are homeless with schizophrenia. It's not that their family doesn't love them. It's that their family can't do anything about it. They have to help themselves. And sometimes they just don't want to. That's the hardest thing to do. What are you supposed to do
Right. And it took
as a
me
mother?
years. It took me years, like from her years of mania and stress and worrying and fear and stress and worry and fear, and years of her being manic. It wasn't until she set my house on fire that the courts forced her to take medication.
Mm-hmm.
Motherhood is a motherfucker. You don't expect your child, excuse my language, to have schizophrenia when they're normal, when they just have little behaviors here and there, and everybody's telling you it's fine, they'll grow out of it, and then bam, at 21, they have schizophrenia. You don't expect these things as a mother. You don't expect your child to be autistic. You don't expect anything like that. And then to have thoughts like, I can't leave this world because what's going to happen to my child in this unforgiving world? Yes, I regret having children because they're going to be left on their own. And if no one cares for my child like I do, the mother who loves her, even though I regret having children,
then she's gonna be on her own. Like, that is the nightmare that people don't prepare you for. So to tell me, I mean, you cannot, unless you in a mother's shoes who has a child with physical illness, mental illness, or what behavior illness, whatever the illness is, unless you're dealing with it yourself on a day-to-day basis, you
And
do
I
not
am.
But then it
realize.
doesn't. But yeah, cause she
I
is.
fully
But then it
accepted
don't
that my child
matter
may be in
because
diapers for the rest of his life. I fully accepted all these things. It was a
Hold
possibility when
up,
I
hold
but
chose
up.
to have
people
him.
Whoa,
different.
They're
That's
all
why it
whoa.
don't
possibilities.
matter.
Hold up. Because I was saying earlier about the supermom thing. That's the thing, right? Not only a mother's shame, she can't have a space to talk about the grievances of the expectation she wouldn't be in that situation. She got to embrace that too. That's crazy. That's insane. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, you a mom now. You don't say shit about it. Put a smile on your face and pretend like you like that shit. Don't fucking say nothing because somebody's feelings might get hurt. Well, you have to endure it. Fuck your feelings. That's insane. If you want to take that sacrifice, that's on you. But her talking about you can't shame her. You can't fucking shame her for that. That's crazy. And if you can't get out of your head to understand how you fucking wrong right now, Shayla, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. She's talking about her grievances, and you like, well, shit, I'm doing it. That's the same thing the woman was doing earlier.
I never stopped caring or taking care. I still take care of my child to this day.
Girl, you don't have to explain yourself. It just is what it is. Stop trying to explain how you feel and feel how you feel. If she think that you should suck it up and be tough, the answer should be, oh well, but I'm not, and this shit is hard, and I feel how I feel, and ain't nobody gonna shame me out of not feeling how
Okay,
I
now.
feel anyway. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
would approach it. I feel how I feel, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I feel how I feel. Ain't nobody about to shame me about my motherfucking feelings. That's just how it is. We need to get out of stop trying to explain ourselves as women too. Like, I'm not about to explain myself to no random motherfucker on the internet. Excuse me, not excuse me, but like Jayla know, like I fuck with Jayla,
Thank
but
you,
like at the
Kana.
end of the day, I'm not explaining myself to no random motherfuckers on the internet. I said what I said. It's hard. I regret it. The fuck? Whether I say it or not, I'm still gonna feel that way. Maybe if I say it, it'll help me feel better. But this false positivity shit is not getting anybody in the community anywhere. Because then you can't talk about it. Then you can't get the shame out. Like, where the fuck did we learn that stuff in and not talking about it gonna make the shit better? Where did we pick that stupid shit up? Was it slavery? That motherfuckers can't have feelings. Like, what are we talking about?
Thank you,
Feelings come
Kana.
and go. I'm sure she don't feel that way all the time. I'm sure that she had wonderful moments with her daughter. Like, are we not aware that feelings come and go? Why does the black community think everything is permanent? Feelings, mindset, situations, like y'all gotta get used to change. Like the black community has like an adverse reaction to change. That shit is sickening to me.
That's what's sick that we can't change.
Doc, was you
Because
want
if
to
you
say
change,
something?
you a sellout in the community.
Hold up, go ahead, Dark Horse.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That and this is going to be a little bit more broad, but it's still going to be specific to this the conversation we're having right now. But it's the appearance, right? And this, I don't want to hear anything that could possibly be negative, and that's the pressure, right, that women have to stay walking in and day out. Women and men are uncomfortable if someone is going to voice a grievance. They don't want to hear it. They want the illusion that everything's okay. And you get the cookie if you're the woman or mother who doesn't complain and never says anything negative about the experience. But that particular facade, that particular lie or what have you, is what eats away at you from the inside. So the people who are looking to settle their soul and spirit and making sure they vocalize and they're being honest and truthful about an experience, those people are going to be they're going to tend to be a little bit more healthy. But no one is looking for women to lie anymore. So this space is for people to open up and say, it's not perfect, it's not easy. But if you're not there, and that absolutely shapes how you think about yourself, if someone says something negative or you say a negative word, it shapes how you view yourself and how others view you. You may not be ready to have the conversation yet. But some people are there and they're realizing that their mental health is on the line if they continue that fucking lie. But if you don't care about mothers, all you care about is how you show up and what you do, and you think mothers are robots and they shouldn't have feelings, then you are going to tell women to tamp that down. Don't say that. Matter of fact, don't mention it. Saying it is blasphemy. It's not blasphemy. That's why the prompt is up. So I just wanted to encourage people who saying it and feeling that way. Absolutely. Get that shit the fuck out, because you still clocked in. You didn't clock out of the
No,
mothering experience because
and
you
that's
talked
the
about a bad day. Go ahead.
but that's the sacrifice I'm talking about, right? Because it's like you're the mother. You need to shut the fuck up because it hurt my feelings. I feel some type of way about it. You need to prioritize my feelings over your fucking feelings. That's what society tells mothers. It don't matter how you feel about it. Suck it up and take it because it makes me feel some type of way. That's some selfish shit. That's selfish shit. And the crazy part is, all, all the motherfuckers who got a story and they want to tell and let somebody listen to it. That's insane. And I think you valid for what you said.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know why you responded in the comments instead of just unmuting and saying it up here. But
People
you
are talking.
said
I didn't
because
want
of
to
your
interrupt
personal
them.
experience that like she can't say something is delusional. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's insane because now you prioritizing yourself. If it's too much for you, then take a lap. That's crazy. You're being hella selfish right now in this moment. Not only did you shame her, you're being selfish. Because I
I
bet
never
you
said it
if
was
we was
too
in a
much for
group,
me. I never
if
said
hold
that.
up, if we was sitting around in a group talking about our mental illness, you'd be crying talking about the shit you've been through. And that's the crazy part. So yeah, she can say she fucking regretted it.
I never said she can't say she regrets it. I never said any of that.
You shaming in the
All I
comments,
said was the
Jayla.
word,
We see
the
no.
verbiage of
We
sick
hold
was a
up.
little
We
weird. That's
see
all
you
I said.
shaming her in the fucking comments. You
I
in
never
here,
said she
you
couldn't
tagged the
call.
incel.
I
You tagged the
never.
incel, so I agree with you.
Okay, all I said was that the verbiage, the word sick, was a little weird. I never said that she can't regret it and none of that other shit. Hella people regret it, and hella people feel like they have to do it, and you don't have to do it. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you have to have a baby. I never said any of
Yeah,
that.
but you're being hold up real quick. I want you to acknowledge how passive aggressive you are being in the comments saying stuff to the fact that you're tagging an incel agreeing with him because of how you feel about something. Because we having a conversation up here and instead of you responding that, you being passive aggressive in the comments. Why would you do that?
I don't know he an incel. I don't know that fucking person. I didn't know that.
No, I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. You so in your own world zone right now, you down here tagging an incel in
I
order to
don't.
A
shame
broken
her.
clock is right twice a
I
day. I
mean,
disagree with what they said.
I don't know how you took the word sick, but every time she had a manic episode and she was, put hospitalized, when I go in, the doctors sit down with me. They all sit down with me and they say she's sick. She's really sick right now.
Yeah,
This
I
is
look.
what they're telling me. She's sick. She
No,
has an illness.
Tasha,
I'm
don't defend
using
it. Don't defend it, Tasha. You know you're right. I looked up the definition between illness and sick, and jail is not being honest right now. I looked up the difference. One is societal, and then one is going to be more like biological. But yes, societally we do say sickness. I don't know how you took it out the dictionary, Jayla. I don't know how you said it no longer applies, but look it up because yes, societally we do recognize and we do say sickness. If you want to go to the government about it, write a fucking bill about it and say we can't use it no more. Like we can't call T women women. I meant trans. like fight somebody. Like go to Congress and talk about it. But right now, yeah, it is. But playing the semantics game about it is just weird shit. I don't know what things we're allowed to call sickness. And if mental health has a special place in your heart where you don't never want to hear the word sickness because you may battle with it. But it is. It's a societal thing. and you can't tell another person to stop using the word. It just doesn't make sense.
I didn't tell her to stop. I just said it was weird. That's just my opinion. I'm getting attacked because that's how I felt. Like, I
No,
get
whoa, whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa,
Y'all,
hold up,
I'm
hold
not trying
up,
to shame her.
whoa,
People
whoa,
regret
whoa,
parenthood.
whoa,
I
whoa,
get
hold
that.
up.
I just thought
No,
the
no,
verbiage was
no,
weird.
no, 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 hold up. You are getting attacked, and you was being passive aggressive in the comments.
I just didn't unmute because several people were talking and I did not want to I didn't want to cut people off to say what I wanted to say.
Okay,
The
tell me
only
what you
other
said in the
way is to
comments.
comment.
Then, hold up. Say what you said in the comments now.
I'll scroll up and read all of them, I guess.
He said demonized like four
No, no, hold
times.
up, hold up. I'll pull them up. Hold up, real
He
quick.
said you demonizing mental illness.
I
Like,
said that
why did
it
you
was
say
demonizing
demonizing
mental health.
right? And it's not. That's what I said. You haven't made a good point on how she demonized mental health.
Hold up.
Anyways,
I'm gonna read your. No, no. I'm gonna tell you
you don't want
that,
me to read
this
it?
is what I'm talking about. No, no. Hold up. Hold up. Um, that's fine. She can hurt, but demonizing mental illness is just not cool to me as someone who's ill, right? Having a baby means accepting the possibility of all this, including drug addictions, right? Uh, and there was some other ones you put up on. I don't have the early ones, but the interesting thing is like that's what I'm saying. You're being selfish in this moment, though. You're like, oh, I feel this way, and there's somebody who's going this. You need to shut up. You're doing the same thing that society does to women. That's what I'm saying. And it don't have to be a big thing. I think people need to own up to it when they do something. Like, you know what? All right. I'm tripping right now. I'm in my feelings about it, and that's valid. You can say how you feel about it. But you in the, it's like you're in the comments agreeing with this fucking troll ass incel and being passive aggressive, and I'm pretty sure she's in the comments. That's shaming. That's doing the same thing, and that's the problem. That's what we need to stop doing. As a mother, she could talk about her experience. It's fine to talk about your experience and be honest about it. Her daughter not right here.
Those are trigger words to get women to shut the fuck up. That's what we're talking about. Saying you demonizing this is supposed to put her on defense, and Tasha been defending herself. It's working, and we can tell Tasha, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But Tasha's going to defend, and that's what we're talking about. If that's your intent, especially when you say it over and over and over and over again, you're trying to get her to shift what she's saying and thinking, get on the defense, and then go and believe what you say. And that's not fair. That's her experience. But you
No,
still
I
haven't
was
justified how it was demonizing, though. We still ask
responding.
to explain how is it demonizing.
I was responding to people talking actively on the panel, and I didn't unmute because I have toddlers, and one of them, who is autistic, was screaming, and I'm not gonna make everybody have to listen to my child screaming on the live because that's just not who I am. This is just the way I felt. Like it's fair that y'all saying I'm shaming her. I get that. That was just how I feel about when it comes to mental health and mental illnesses. It's not like, oh, she can't talk about her experience. She did talk about her experience, and I get where she's coming from. It definitely is challenging. I mean, even my grandma was psychoactive. She was abusive towards my mother. She did a lot of bad things, and she went through a lot of episodes, and we never knew who we were gonna get. I get that. Like, I was never saying that she doesn't have the right to her feelings. I just said that the verbiage was a little weird. It was off-putting. That's all I said. I'm not saying she can't say she regrets having him. And me saying that it's a possibility is true. When you have a child, there's a possibility of a lot of things that can happen, including drug addictions, and those are things that break people, having to turn their child away every time they ask for money and come around only for money and things of that nature. Like, and I was only repeating it because he locked it. I only repeated it because people were talking actively on the panel, and I wasn't gonna unmute and just start cutting everybody off. And I felt like it was demonizing mental health because when people who have mental illnesses hear they're sick or certain things about themselves, they feel like there's something that they're broken, like they feel dehumanized by certain verbiages. That's the only reason I said that.
Well, I mean, my thing is, I'm not to me, it's not dehumanizing. Because they wouldn't give you medication if it wasn't a sickness. It is a sickness.
But
She has
Tasha,
a sickness.
Tasha,
And then
listen, you have to. We are
And I
separated.
understand that, Tasha.
and
I
my
do.
and my and my thing is, I'm not defending, my stance. I still feel the way I feel. I'm not going to defend my stance on it. But my
And
thing is, my
your feelings are valid. I
and
never was saying
and
that it wasn't.
and I get it. And they are valid. And my thing is, you know, people don't. As a young mother, you don't think about all the possibility of your child becoming, sick. Like those people who kids end up in prison for things. You would never think that of your little baby because you're caught in, you know, 12, 13 years of your little baby, your child. You would never think that as an adult that they would turn out way different than the way you raised them. People don't prepare women for the actuality of these things. And this is why I stopped being ashamed and started saying how I feel, because this is the reality. People don't tell you that your child can end up on drugs no matter how you raise them. Your child can end up with 5 baby daddies no matter how you raise them. Your child can end up on, doing anything. Anything can happen. And people don't flat out tell you to be prepared for that. People are just throwing baby showers. And then it is a celebration and it is a beautiful thing to have a child. But people do not have a realistic view. And I think people who have children should voice the reality of parenthood and not just all the beautiful things. And it is a beautiful thing, but it can be as equally difficult.
I
That's
want to,
it.
yeah,
I
I
do
wanted to
agree.
say too
Nobody
that it's a
prepares you for the outcome of anything. Literally, I mean, some of the testing they have now, maybe for genetic disorders, but for like mental illnesses or children who are incapacitated or things of that nature, yeah, there is no preparation for it. It's like something, I mean, even with autism, the child could be progressing normally and then regress, and you're just like, what happened to my baby? And you feel like there's a debt owed to you because your child has been stolen by autism or ADHD or um, one of my children has something that is not really talked about, but he has defiance disorder where he just doesn't listen and he's dangerous to his siblings sometimes. They don't prepare you for it. I agree with that. I never disagree with any of the things you were saying. I just thought the verbiage was weird. I never was saying that what you felt was invalid or anything like that. I'm just trying to clarify that. I never
Jayla,
was
really
saying that.
quick. Jayla, really quick. Can I tell you? So within the autistic community, some adults don't like the term defiance disorder. They prefer pervasive demand for autonomy. So while you were policing her, which is the term, as a Black woman, expressing a very nuanced experience, you were literally doing the same thing.
right. But I wanted to say too that there's a reason why. So wanting to erase labels, and not calling it anything leaves it in the hands of the person who's experiencing it. So I'm going to use myself. If you want to say dark horse, you did this, you did that. You did a whole bunch of horrible things, and you did that. But we're not going to mention that you may have been going through an episode and the illness that is meant to separate a person from something that is out of their control. If you don't want to label and say, no, actually, Dark Horse, you're okay. There's an illness, there's a sickness, something else, and it is not you that's happening it to. So that the medical diagnoses are there to actually explain to the person going through it, the patient, the person, letting them know it's not you. There is something else. And not wanting to say that it's something else lands it right back on that person. So it's just something wrong with me as Dark Horse. I just can't get it right. And that would be frustrating to erase, not calling that thing whatever the title is, whatever the diagnosis is. You need to separate that person from their diagnosis, or they're going to feel like it's just me. I just can't get shit right. And that could be dehumanizing. That could be demonizing that person when it's not that person's fault. We're putting a name on it, and wanting to act like putting a name on it is worse. It's completely bonkers. It doesn't even make sense. Say, no, you are who you are, but this monkey's on your back. We're fighting whatever's going on, and this is how I can help get you through it. But acting like we don't want to bring it up and say it and call it the thing, and saying you're going through an episode right now, or right now you're sick, right now you need medicine to help get you right, is putting it back on that person. And that person feels like something's just wrong with me. I just can't get it right. I don't know how to control myself. I can't control my behavior. That's not what it is. So that's what I'm saying. It's weird tonight to go back and forth over these terminologies. Like, well, don't call him sick. So you're just saying it's your baby's fault? You just saying it's your baby's fault. He ain't sick. He just need to do better. Like, y'all got to make this shit make sense. Stop playing in my face. I'm gonna mute up.
Um, Morgan, did you want to say something? Oh, real quick, I want y'all to understand, right? Cause I'm not, it would be a contradiction for me to be like, you did this, and I'm like, well, shit, you shamed me too. Hold up, Tasha, god damn, Tasha, hold up. It is important for us to understand that when we talk about social issues in society, that is not everybody else. It is us who uphold these systems. It is us who do the thing. And the same policing that we as women have been conditioned to do, and we put other women on the pedestal, we end up doing the same thing to ourselves, and it is harmful. The standards are different. We are literally living in a different world than the men. They do not have the, like, they come and say the most outlandish shit. They don't give a shit. Like, cause I'm saying, like, yeah, she might have said she regretted it, but that nigga just left. He left. He wasn't setting up no appointments. He wasn't making sure that the child got the medicine, whatever, the therapy, none of that. He just left. And that's another reality. That if you have a child with a man, no matter what he say, that child have an issue, that nigga is going to leave. They do not be sticking around. Go ahead, Morgan.
I wasn't sure if before I got here anybody had talked about it, but when I saw society shames mothers and fathers get away with doing nothing, I was thinking even before the baby gets here, women's experiences are shamed and silenced to where many women do not know that statistically, if the baby didn't make it and you didn't elect, he had something to do with that. Even in the decision to not take proactive measures in his health or in your environment. So it's like when we say women are shamed into feeling like we're supposed to be perfect, that's in every part of the experience. Like it doesn't start with the baby. It starts before you, it starts in antemortem. Like we talk about postpartum, but there's antepartum, which means you already have the environment that causes postpartum before the baby gets out. And that is criminalized. So when we live in a world where like, okay, and so this is what I was thinking too, Tara, that I just really wanted to add. While we're criticizing how women present and how we articulate ourselves, right? As the people who are choosing to or being forced to bring the kids to earth, right? While every word, every punctuation is policed on how we're communicating reality to each other. There are men sexualizing their experience of fatherhood when they stay out loud in front of cameras to each other, going viral, talking about their sexuality and their erection while being a father. And they can do that, but women can't say, this is hard. No one could have told me how hard this was going to be. This will break you. It's hard for me to find people who have been through this because it is almost impossible to go through. That is insane that they can come out and sexualize parenthood and we can't talk about the reality of it costing us our financial lives, our physical well-being. Like, just to put the perspective on when we say they get away with doing nothing, they get away with doing nothing to make the environment safer or to make themselves safer for the family or the kids or the woman. But that's what I wanted to say.
Hey, Felicity. Thank you, Morgan. Who's that? Curry.
Hello?
Go ahead.
You said what? I just accept it. Y'all accept it. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be accepting.
Hold on, whatever that background noise, you gotta mute that. Curry, did you want to say something? Thank you, Felicity.
No, I have forgot what I was gonna say.
He ain't have nothing to say.
I have forgot what I was gonna say.
Hold on, why you come up here and put your face on the screen? You ain't got nothing to say. What's happening? He ain't got shit to say. He just want to put his fucking face on the fucking screen. That shit was weird. Yo, my bad. I got my hands in my hair.
He literally didn't have shit to contribute. That's crazy.
Yeah, he just want to put his fucking weird looking face on the screen. That shit was crazy. Anybody got to say something? I got mute. Hold up.
I did want to say I was saying, Jayla, that y'all was talking about the cesarean. Even that is demonized, and the decision to want to exercise the right to not do that is demonized. And quite literally, let me be more articulate. Criminalized, as in saying no results in institutionalization for women currently in the United States of America. So you have to have a perfect delivery without even being able to make your own decisions in labor and delivery. Like,
You're correct, Mom.
so it's, I even wanted to say you're villainized in some states, like in some countries right now. It's criminal to say what we're saying. Like, you're a revolutionary for saying, "Hey, motherhood is hard and it's a trap." Like, that can get you put in jail in Russia, in China. You can literally get a fine, like a citation. That's the level of villainy and criminalization women are experiencing. So even if a woman does the perfect thing and she says, "Hey, look, I made good decisions," and she did that, that's not acceptable.
No, you're not lying. And the way they even went about it, the doctor was telling me that, like, she was telling me that my child wasn't breathing and mad because I wouldn't give her eye contact. And she wrote it in my notes that I wouldn't give her eye contact that she demanded. And I was processing something very emotional because you're telling me that my child might not survive. And then called another hospital in front of me to tell them that if I didn't want to get it, she was going to AMA me and basically boxing me into the hospital I was at, which I was going to leave and go get a second opinion. Like, it felt like they forced me into it because I wasn't progressing as fast as they wanted to. And it was just so weird. And I just felt like I'm still angry about it to this day because I can't even use my abdominal muscles. I don't have any abdominal control or pelvic control because of something that wasn't even necessary because my baby was perfectly fine and still is today. Like, and it's weird. Like, it was weird. I don't know.
And another thing that about C-sections, some people may not know that the hospitals, they're able to bill for higher costs when you get a C-section versus having a natural birth. So that's why they push a lot of women to get C-sections versus having a natural birth because they get paid more.
Yes, you can stay in and watch a natural birth and spend your 12 hours and get paid one, or you can cut open a woman every 60 minutes and you can get 30 babies out at quadruple the cost. So you can be like, oh, you can make 10 grand watching one baby come out this way, or you can make 40 grand if you cut one out. Oh, and you can cut out 10 today. Of course, they're going to go to cutting because they're
That
going to
part.
be able to do more in a day, and you're going to make a whole lot more money because it's surgery. So of course they're going to push that. But I was going to say that if women understand that everything is policed when it comes to their bodies and their autonomy, then you're going to understand that that starts before you walk in the hospital. So the support that we need as women is that we're not demonizing each other. We're not saying, hey, you could have done this better, knowing that we all are under the same umbrella when it comes to this society and how they view women and everything that we go through. We're supposed to be supporting one another. And if you know that you go through hard things, like if another woman's going through something hard, support her. Support her. You need that support when the hard thing happened to you. So we should all be supporting one another. That's it.
I'm gonna say on that note, I'm gonna end the live, y'all. I like I said earlier, I got a restriction. If any of y'all was looking toward the sub only live, I assume y'all don't be. I ain't gonna lie. I messed up and went past the time. I'll do it tomorrow though. I'm gonna come back with a different topic because I don't know. But I do want, like, the whole goal is for us as women not to just think about everybody else, but think about yourself and how you have internalized this shame and how we're essentially expected to be super mothers while these men out here abandoning kids and getting all the credit to the point that you got deadbeat dads being able to speak up about how the woman kept them away. Like, that shit is fucking crazy. But I thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for supporting. I'll be back in a little bit.